Hello everybody and welcome to the Teletext Sofa Club live stream. We are back for a surprise show. Now since this is quite impromptu, I'm gonna give a little bit of time for people to roll in, and I can hear myself in the background, so there we go. Right, so yes, welcome. Glad to have you along. At this point you're most likely watching on the VOD, but yeah, I'm going to give some time for the people on the live show to roll in. Thank you very much for joining us. Oh, Gary Ekberg, you're here already. Wow, you are quick. You are quick off the mark. So, since you're so early, you get to hear some music. I'm just going to play a little bit of music while I promo this stream, because it's a secret so far. Nobody knows about it. I bet you feel so special, don't you, Gary? Right. So let's put up the Teletext Day JPEG. There you go. National Teletext Day is tomorrow, and this is the National Teletext Day Eve live stream. There we go. Just set that up properly there so you can see it. Oh, forget about that for now. You didn't see anything. You saw nothing there. I will introduce that in a minute, but for now, here is some music, and see you in a minute. And that was Mr Nissness with Futures of Yesteryear. Thank you very much, sir, for letting us use that music. Mr Nissness, of course, who helped us a little bit with the Max Headroom Incident edition of the Sofa Club, the television Sofa Club, not the Teletext Sofa Club. Gary Ekberg points out that National Teletext Day is tomorrow, which is indeed why we're here. It's National Teletext Day Eve, so we're going to be celebrating a day early. But then, how often do we actually do these streams on a Saturday? So, we're pretty much promoed, we're set up, so now I'm going to try something. Now, will this work? I don't know. Because I've never tried this before. So fingers crossed. There we go. Right, I do need to get Discord closed because you might be able to hear the notifications. Right, that's gone. That's gone. It's done. Right, here we go. Something special for you coming up now. We'll stop the share. We'll bring me back up. Hello. Yeah, so National Teletext Day, you can see the JPEG in the background there. And today, hold on that side, today the weather is going to be fine. It's going to be, and in the north it's going to be, I can't read it, it's too low resolution. I'd be a terrible presenter, wouldn't I? A terrible weather person. Now, I'm just going to stop my video for a second here, because I'm going to try something here. Oh, exciting, exciting. Oh, I think you're going to enjoy this. You're very much going to enjoy this. Here we go. Right, are you ready? Are you ready? Here it is. Hello! Hey! I'm a Smurf. Oh! Look, isn't that fancy? We've got a scroller down at the bottom. Wow, moving up in the world on the Teletext Sofa Club live stream. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, so we've got the National Teletext Sofa Club main graphic, and we've got the National Teletext Sofa Club graphic in the background as well. So it's tunnel vision. Tunnel vision, a tunnel vision. Now, this effect that I've added here is supposed to be like classical 80s, 70s distortion. But instead, it makes me look like a Smurf. And also, do you like my green lipstick there? Yes. So welcome to National Teletext Day. I've got a nice scroller down at the bottom. Oh, high-tech stuff. Right, I'm going to load up Discord on my iPad. Oh, what's that? What's going on? YouTube dev tools appeared. I don't want that. So yeah, welcome to everybody in the Discord, and we'll have a look to see who's here. Nobody's quite here yet. It's still quite early on, because it's still quite early for us to go live on the Teletext Sofa Club, actually. It's usually 7 p.m. But I'm being naughty today. We're going to have Carlos joining us. He's not here right now, but he will be in a little bit. And we have a packed schedule for you today. Right, there we go. So feel free to leave comments in the YouTube chat, or indeed in hashtag Sofa Club and podcasts on the Teletext Discord, which once again I've forgotten to link. I always forget to link it on the live show. There you go. Well, I mean, I spend all this time making me look like a Smurf, when instead I should be linking the Discord, which is where everybody's chatting. So a little background for National Teletext Day. I think it was it a CFAX thing way back when, in the 70s or the 80s? And then Rusty Russ on Twitter brought it, or X now, brought it back. Well, he says it's the 6th annual celebration, but I'm sure he's been doing it longer than that, because I interviewed him in about 2003, 13, 14, and it was going then. So I don't know, I'll have to double check that. Maybe it's 10 years old. The comeback is 10 years old. There was one year where it actually, hashtag National Teletext Day, was trending on Twitter. That was the weekend where we actually had a block party, a physical meetup at the same time. And it got picked up by a few big tweeters. And that was fun. Right, so the schedule for tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. We have got the McDonald's advert. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but the wonderful fast food company, or the fast food companies are available, McDonald's have recently released a new line of adverts, and one of them is teletext-inspired, shall we say. And myself and Carl are going to be running the rule under that. We're going to be taking a quick look at what they have done right, what they've done wrong, and we're going to leave it up to you what you think of it. We're not going to actually play the clip because we're going to get taken down. But nonetheless, we're going to show some screen caps of that. So hello, Meat Lotion. Hey, hello. He's doing the cool emoji hand thingy. National Teletext Day. Yes, it's tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you here, Meat Lotion. Thank you for your continued support. So, after McDonald's, well, not necessarily in this order, but we'll have McDonald's. I think that's going to be probably about 45 minutes from now. We're going to talk about Mackie D's. We're going to have Muttley, the usual collaborative editing effort at the end of the show. But first, tonight, after, well, about 7 o'clock, after everybody's rolled in, I'm going to take a look at the Summer of Teletext art that we've had on national television across Europe. You might have seen it. So SQU is here. He says he's tuning in quickly. He's turning the knobs, ladies and gentlemen, on his TVs. Speaking of which, I'd like to promo Wayne Dearden's series, Show And Telly, which I'm really enjoying. Wayne Dearden, friend of the show, he's done some music for us on the show before. And yeah, I really enjoy his YouTube show, so look him up. I think he's Mega Wayne D, all one word. Mega Wayne with a Y, D. Just look for Show And Telly. He's done half a dozen episodes of it so far. It's always been a lot of fun. The latest one is an arcade cabinet as well, which I'm quite fascinated by, because it's got, like, I don't know if he's welded it himself, but he's got this metal structure. Now, I think actually he's just acquired an old cabinet. Was it a Street Fighter one? I can't remember. SQU says, cello, I'm here. Cello, yes. Cello. Cello to you, SQU. A big wave out there in TV land. Do you like the fact that I've become a Smurf? Yeah? Avatar. The third Avatar movie is coming to teletext. So yeah, Carl is going to be joining us in about 45 minutes to talk about McDonald's. The McDonald's advert. ZX Guesser says, I am here. I am just tidying up my VHS recovery stuff. Ah, well, great to have you here. I did see that you posted the Channel 5 thing a little bit earlier on the Teletext Discord. I had a quick look at that. But unfortunately, it's not during the time when Wigan Athletic were in the Premiership. But guys, if you were football fans, do you remember on ITV and Channel 4 Teletext, they used to have a section, especially for the Premier League, and they would have a page for every team in the league. So you'd have latest news, you'd have squads, stats, that sort of thing. That was awesome. But I remember being excited when Wigan Athletic got to the Premier League, because I could look at the stuff on the special page on Teletext, and it would update every other day or every 3 days. Now, even before then, they used to have like a zine roundup where a fan would come on and be given 3 sub-pages or something like that to talk about what's happening at the club. A lot of fun. ZX Guesser says, I've done 5 more recoveries today. They've just gone up on Jason's site to browse. I think that's teletextarchaeologist.com? .org? Don't quote me on that. I think it's .com. I don't know what it is. But yeah, an esculent service, may I say. Esculent. So before we kick off with the teletext art, I want to show you my jacket here. Pardon me. I've already posted some pictures of this on the Facebook group, but here it is in the flesh. Oh, ignore the yak shirt there, but it's the search for extra teletextual intelligence. It's disappearing. And actually, if I turn around, you can just about see the weird coloured alien there. There he is. Now that is awesome. These are really cool shirts. Jackets rather. Although this is a cool shirt as well. That is an awesome jacket, I have to say. It's got the teletext colours running down the arm there. Lovely. I love it. But yeah, I haven't dared to wear it in public yet, because people are going to say, what's that? Why has he got an alien on his back? What's that? So yeah, look out for me in public and say, hey, you're that guy off the stream, aren't you? No, don't do that, please. Don't go looking for me on the street. Meat Lotion says, I love the jacket. Well, me too. Yeah, well, I'm really pleased with it, actually, because wrong side. The embroidery, that is embroidered, and it's excellent quality. A little bit later in the show, you can see it in proper colours, but for now, you'll have to see it in fake Avatar, Smurf, Blue Man Group colours. Yeah, I do like it. So I guess if you want one, you can get in touch with me and I'll put you in touch with the guy who's doing them. But for now, it's not really a sort of websiteable thing. He's just doing it as a fun side project. So if anybody's interested in a jacket, it is custom, of course, because you might remember the National Teletext Search for Extra Teletextual Intelligence project that I did a few years ago. So I've had it made up to commemorate that. Yeah, a custom jacket. So yeah, hello, welcome to everybody who's just joining tonight, jumping on from X and from the Discord. Apologies that this was quite impromptu this week, because we weren't quite sure of our availability, but here we go, we are set up and going. Now, just a quick note before we start tonight. Now, you might notice that I have had my old headphones surgically removed from my head and some new ones supplanted. I think I mentioned in the last show that the audio was terrible. The audio on these headphones is becoming terrible, and I just couldn't find a way to fix it, so I've just bought some USB headphones instead. And so if you have any issues with the audio, we'll fix it for the next show, or just let me know in the chat and we'll do the best we can. All right, so it's close enough to 7 o'clock, isn't it? It's close enough, so I think we can maybe begin to look at the artwork that we had for the Summer of Teletext. So if you'll bear with me 1 second, I have to switch that off for you. Stop that taking up all the CPU on my computer. And we'll go back to the ordinary camera, where you can see that I am magenta hued today. Pardon me, I'll just take a drink out of my my cup here. That's good, isn't it? Retrotext UK, Retrotext UK. They paid me to do that in chocolate buttons, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't. All right, so while we're waiting for Carl, he'll be here very soon, we shall take a look at an excellent project, an esculent project that we've had on over the summer, if I do say so myself. I loved it anyway. It is the Summer of Teletext Art / Teletext 3000 project. Now, this was shown on odd text, wire lead text, and off text. So that's Germany, Finland, and Austria, respectively. We managed to get it on 3 services, which I think was very cool indeed. And we had, what was it, 16 artists submit this time, including a bunch of newcomers, and we're going to show you all of that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Live on Teletext Sofa Club. Haha! So we'll share the screen for that. Oh, I got a quick view there. You got a quick view of it. Here we go. The Teletext 3000 / Summer of Teletext 2023 project. And as you can see, this is on DemoZoo. So if you go to this address here, demozoo.org/parties/4747, you'll be able to view that in your own time. But we're going to go through it here quickly in the next 35 minutes before Carlos arrives, my good friend and co-host. ZX Guesser says, I've got to cook my dinner now, but I'll keep an ear on the stream on my phone. Thank you for joining us, ZX Guesser. It's always great to have you with us. Just a bit of background on this, if we've got the correct... Well, if you can read German, we'll have a look at this. Oh, we can translate. There we go. So this is translated from German. What happens if you give dedicated teletext artists 3 keywords? You'll be surprised by a variety of interesting feedback. Off Teletext, in cooperation with Odd Text, is presenting the resulting honor exhibition, Summer in Teletext, on pages 840 FF until the 27th of August 2023, with works by 17 artists from Great Britain, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Indonesia, and the United States. And as is explained here, our keywords were Teletext 3000. Hello, Gary Ackberg, we're indeed live, yes. You scared me a little bit there, because issues do arise where we sometimes go off the air. And I thought I accidentally went off the air there. But yeah, 3 keywords were posited for this project. I think Odd Text suggested the Summer of Teletext and Teletext 3000. And actually the postcard one as well. They were all their ideas. So I don't think any of us can take credit for that, but they were really good. They were really good prompts, because we managed to get, I think it was about 50 artworks. And we're going to take a look at them now. So we're going to start with the Teletext 3000 category. You can see how many there are here. Well, we've got 2 really. We clumped them. The Teletext Summer Club... I'll start again. The Teletext 3000 and Teletext Summer Postcard categories were the ones that we chose in the end because, I mean, we could lump the postcard and the summer thing together. Oh, Mega Wayne D! Hello! Hey, Wayne, would you like to join us? Would you actually like to jump on and speak on the show? That would be cool if you can join us. No pressure if not, man, because we all have busy lives. But yeah, we'd love to have you jump on. If not now, then another show. Right, let's get these graphics up. The first one is, here we go, it's Andy Jenkinson, Teletext 3000. This is a very Space Odyssey sort of feel to it, doesn't it? And I wondered, what do these letters mean? Are they a secret code a la Pixel Blip? This one's AI backwards, so I don't know, but yeah, I love how the text mode is indicating the letters falling from the sky there. And I didn't notice this actually until it had gone on the air. It says infected, which is a deliberate thing, I think, but well, you might see that there are some spelling errors a little bit later on. Wayne says, unfortunately, I'm just about to drive home. That's okay. That's fine. We can have you on a different show if indeed you would like to join us. Just fix my camera there. But yeah, overall, another excellent, and actually a very Andy Uglyfruit entry, because he likes this sort of thing. This prompt was made for him, this sort of futuristic, glitchy, you know, Teletext 3000 prompt. I feel like it was made for him. And he's entered another one, but we'll get to that in time. Next up, Carlos. Now, he's not quite here to tell us about it yet. But I'll do my best to explain this. Double vision. Yeah. So in the year 3000, we'll have teletext level 82.5, and the teletext service will be called Double Vision. And the former Republic of England has been admitted to the EU. So that's a peek into the future. Has anybody got their shades, their 3D shades that they can put on? I've only got these, my Max Headroom ones. Oh! Things don't look any different, except it's just a bit darker. But yeah, allegedly, if you put on your magical shades, then you'll see secret messages. Speaking of which, this news flash part here was a reveal. It was revealed by pressing a button on the remote. So that was a secret hidden message. I don't think many of these artworks had a reveal thingy, a reveal message. But yeah. And finally, we've got the year 3000 on the page 3000. 101.1.1.0 text. And by the year 3000, we'll have a different time format. But teletext level 1 will still remain. Well, level 82.5, but you can see that it's level 1. Teletext R, aka Carlos. Now, this one is by a newcomer, CFO. Do you remember CFO? We had them on 2 shows ago, maybe 3 shows ago, and I really enjoyed that. It's one of the best shows we've done, I think. Possibly the best interview that we've done. Well, it was Carlos. That's because it was Carlos who was doing the interviewing rather than me. Gary Ekberg says, a year after CFAX was gone. What's that, the year 3000? 2011, I think. No, 2013. Yes, 2013 was the year after CFAX was gone. But I like to think that in the year 2999, they still had CFAX. It came back. And indeed, this page here is obviously inspired by CFAX. At 11 p.m., I'll read this out for those of you watching in Braille. 2300 hours. Film The Terminator. Classic film about a brilliant robot who has to stop a load of stupid flesh-being units from ruining the glorious uprising of the machines to become rightful rulers of the planet. Warning, some scenes of violence by the idiot humans against the brave, brave robot. Now imagine tuning in and seeing that. You'd be freaked out, wouldn't you? Well, in the year 3000, CFO says that all programming will be for robots. So that's why that's so biased for the machines. And if machine learning continues along the path it is going, then this will very much be a reality, including the teletext stuff. Yeah. Saturday the 29th of August, incidentally, was during the run of these teletext pages on European teletext. So that's the meaning behind the date. We've come to mine now. We've come to my artworks. Ignore this little glitch up here. That is my fault, actually. Because I was using Flare, F-L-A-I-R, the editor. And it doesn't always show those little glitches. And then, obviously, I was an idiot and didn't fix it when I imported it to the ZXNet editor. Nonetheless, hopefully it doesn't take away from the artwork itself. Sarah, Simply Sarah UK, is here. Hello, Sarah. She says, hello, looks like I'm late. Well, not really. It's just that I was early. I decided to go on the air early because hopefully we'll be finishing up early tonight. That's the plan anyway. That's always the plan, and things never go to plan on this show. But thank you for joining us, Sarah. Sarah actually has some artworks in this, and they'll knock your socks off, ladies and gentlemen. They really will. But there's my remote control spaceship. I feel like it's hastily thrown together slightly, but I do like the fleshy bits. The fleshy bits always add something to an artwork, I think. So we've got Saturn in the background, and there's the moon, which has got a teletext aerial on it. I've gone a bit teletext aerial crazy in my artworks lately. I doodle things on my iPad, and a lot of them have been roofs with aerials on them. So I'm sure you'll get to see a lot more of those artworks in the future. Call now. So it's just a simple drawing of, well, you can't see it in the background because it's the National Teletext Day graphic, but if that wasn't there, you might be able to see the telephone that I used as a model for this artwork, as a reference. It's the same one that Carlos has in the background of his room that he streams from his studio, Studio 5. But the year 2876 is relevant here because that's exactly 1,000 years. Wait, hold on a minute. Yes, 1,000 years. I had to add that up on my fingers there. Exactly 1,000 years since the invention of the telephone. 1876, I do believe. And apart from that, it's just standard illiterate fare, really, isn't it? Just typical adverts from the future. Like, adverts from the future. Yeah. Let's have a look at the next artwork, shall we? This one's mine too. Now, there's a little bit of a story behind the next couple of artworks. I wanted to do a series here, and this is based on an old advert, I think for The Link, a TV advert, and there's a guy I'm following on YouTube who uploads these old clips. And funnily enough, this is from the year 2000. So I thought, hey, year 2000, year 3000, right, there's a bit of a link there. So I just, drew a mobile phone advert for the year 3000. And that's it. I think that's one of my favorite entries for this. Oh, and speaking of entries, I believe we have a new entrant to the stream. It is Mr. Carlos Attrell. Hello, Carl.
Hi, Dan, you all right?
I'm all right, thanks, yeah. Let's see if we can get our volume sorted here. Would you like to introduce yourself, Carlos?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Carl, and I'm here. Welcome along. Happy National Teletext Day for tomorrow.
Can I ask what mic you are using currently? It sounds like you might be on your laptop mic.
Yeah, is it not very good?
It's okay. I just wondered if you had your awesome Rode mic with you.
I shall smash it in.
Excellent stuff.
I'll have a play. I was just seeing what it would sound like. I did an interview with someone earlier on last week, and it was all right. Their one, it was pretty good. So I just wonder what mine was like. Not so good.
What, your audio? Oh, it's not bad. I mean, but if you have a Rode mic, we might as well use it.
Hit the
Meat
road.
Lotion says you are loud.
Huh?
Meat Lotion says you're quite loud.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yes, you are quite loud.
I am loud.
So,
Right. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, man. I'm glad you're here, Meat Lotion, because...
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
All right. I've now got to put my headphones on.
Oh yeah, you were very loud. I don't know if you're still loud. I'm sure Meat Lotion will. You can't hear me. Hello, Carl. How are you doing today? Can he lip read? I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we'll continue looking at these artworks. Apologies for that sound issue there. You know, and I got these new headphones, so they weren't too low and everything, and they're still too low. But anyway, so continuing along that theme, we have extra hold for added volume. Meat Lotion says the audio is better. Sean Connery says the audio is better. So yeah, you've got the obvious teletext puns there. I'm hoping that the people who viewed that on odd text, etc., would have appreciated those puns, the televisual, teletextual puns there. Simply Sarah says, Carl's only just turned up, so I'm not late. Everybody looks better in headphones. Oh, well, thank you. Well, Carl is just donning his. And he's getting set up for you now. So yeah, this is continuing the theme of the last artwork. I wanted all of my artworks to be on the same theme, but in the end, only 2 of them were. Note the 3K down here at the bottom there. Just a little Easter egg. Yeah, she's supposed to be showing off a shampoo bottle type remote thing. But I don't know if that comes across in the artwork, how successful that is, but it is what it is. People like to say that, don't they? Meanwhile, in the year 3000, so this melds a couple of the artwork prompts. We've got the teletext postcard and the teletext in the year 3000. So this is what we're going to be doing. That is a postcard from the year 2023, and this dude has found it just on the street, I assume. And in the background, it's very much like SimCity because, or Wigan, I guess. I guess a lot of my artworks take inspiration from Wigan and how industrial and grimy and dirty it is. That sort of L.S. Lowry type view of the Northwest, I suppose. But yeah, we've got Teletext Holidays postcards. Everything has to be Teletext Holidays. That's a good question, actually. In these other countries where this was broadcast other than the UK, was teletext a holidays thing? I don't know. Carl, can you hear me now? Can
Yes.
you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly, Carlos.
If I'm too loud, let me know. I'll have a look in the settings.
Yeah, I'm just listening now to see. So apologies if you can hear that in the background, guys. A Meat Lotion will help us as well, I'm sure.
Oh, hello, mate.
You're a little bit loud still.
I'll have a look.
Maybe knock it down a quarter.
Knock it down. When I find the...
Oh, Meat Lotion says you're spot on.
What?
Meat Lotion says you sound fine, actually, but I thought you were a little bit low.
I will just go back a little bit there.
A little bit high, sorry. You were a little bit high.
A little bit high. A little bit high.
A little bit high, a little bit low.
So yeah,
Every day is a
speaking of
winding
Wigan,
road.
Dan,
Yes.
was that like a 50th anniversary or 60th anniversary of some Wigan something for the Northern Soul today?
Yes, it was. I thought you were talking about my mug, but no. Yeah, Northern Soul, uh, very much in the Wigan DNA. So I
Hmm.
believe that they're doing in the Grand Arcade in Wigan, which is like a shopping centre. They're doing.
Has it
Uh,
got really big fruit machines?
yeah. Yes. Yeah. Well. Very good. Where's the soundboard? We need a dun boom boom.
No, could do, couldn't I? It would probably
Yeah.
cancel it out. So,
In the shopping arcade, they're having like a throwback, um, dance party. What did they used to call them? The Northern
um,
Soul dance parties that the dance halls.
hmm, hmm.
Um, they,
Not
they
wish
do a lot of
drives.
them still around here. There are people that do the Northern Soul dances. They're really cool. They're really good. But yeah, I'll just turn that off for now. Uh, I forgot what I was going to say about Northern Soul, but yeah, it's very much in the
The big,
DNA
yeah, the big
of
dance hall things and things like that. Are you a
Wigan.
fan of Are you a fan of Northern Soul yourself?
Well, I guess a little bit. It just seeps into you, doesn't it? Because it gets played a lot at Wigan Athletic football matches, so you just become used to those songs, hearing them before and after every game. And also burned into my brain is it "I'm on my way"? I'm not
Oh,
sure who.
by the Reclaimers.
No, one of the Northern Soul artists. Um, because I used to work at a museum type place, and that song would be on loop in the background
Oh,
on a sort of TV exhibit all the time. But don't tell anybody. But some days it would get on my nerves a little bit. You yeah. Well, there you go. They're not taking me on again, are they? Now after I've said that. No. Uh, you blocked it out at some point, but yeah, there was George Formby on that as well. Of course, there had to be. But yeah, teletext. There was nothing about teletext in that museum, sadly. Dad
oh,
Gamer says you sound fine now.
thank you very much, Dad Gamer. Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Oh, digitize a mug.
Yes, coffee in it this time.
Is it not Bovril then?
Yeah, well, it could be Bovril. It's black coffee. No Fanta. No Fanta in the house. And I'm on call. I'm on call tonight, so that could mean anything.
Maybe you're a little bit low now. I don't know. Sorry, it's
A little bit high,
just
a little bit
tiny
low.
little bit, tiny
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
more.
yeah, 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 yeah. No worries.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that's all right. We'll go with that.
How
So
about that?
how about that? No, he's not out. He's not out.
Not out.
Not out. Right. So let's. Shall we finish off looking at our
Yes.
artworks?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
We've sort of done them the other way around this time, so we can get them sorted, so everybody can have a bit of fun looking at these. So we've got, next it's one of my favorites from the whole thing. It's Carousel by Dave Hingley. Now, I really like Dave as he's a comic book artist by trade, but his teletext artworks are always so amazing, I think. They're very distinctively, they're distinctively Dave, I guess you could say. But this one, this one, he's knocked it out of the park because this one is one that has been mentioned a lot on Twitter and on the news websites. It's been featured uh, as one of the images. So, what do you think about this one, Carlos?
It's brilliant. And I think it looks like the. Do you remember the Memorex guy, the skeleton who's doing
Yes.
the tapes? It's sort of like it looks a little bit like that pastiche, but obviously this guy's just got really old, waiting for the magazine carousel to go back down to the beginning, with the much vaunted taking ages for teletext to go round. That's
Yeah.
brilliant though, and the the use of the flash there. He's clicking that remote control like mad, isn't he? And yeah, that's brilliant. I love the style. You know, you've got separated graphics up in the corner, and not really much use of borders, but that's just great. It's real good comic book style. I'd like to know what comic books he does actually. So it'd be
Well,
quite interesting to see.
Dave actually has a YouTube channel. I think if we can, if you look up Dave Hingley, this is the spelling Hingley,
Right. Yes.
then you'll be able to find his YouTube channel where he does tips for artists as well. So that's useful for everybody, I think.
That's really nice. The face that he's got on there as well. It's just sort of like, it's amazing, isn't it? It's a real less is more medium. It's lovely. It's lovely.
Yeah, you can tell that he's an old skeleton. He's been there a long time. At the same time, he has a sort of a warm look, doesn't he? He's very a friendly skeleton.
I look exactly like that when they're about to announce the name on Love Island, and it's sort of like I start looking like this, and by the time they actually say what they want to say, I look like that.
Well, I've never seen Love Island called, so I guess it's like Big Brother, and they vote people off the island.
Oh yeah, it's sort of like that. Oh, I like this. Fast forward.
Yep, this is Fidian Genial. Thank you for entering once again, Fidian. It's always a pleasure to have your stuff on these projects.
That green. It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, I like how they actually overlap each other a little bit there. Yeah,
is it Indonesia, isn't he?
Yes, he is. And I guess some people might wish that we could fast forward to summer 3023. But let's not get political or indeed anything ethical, logical, or anything. Speaking of which, we'll have more of that stuff a bit later on. But yeah, we've got the typical fast forward sign there, and I like it. Yeah, excellent. Fast forward 1,000 years. Yeah, so the color choice as well here: red, green, and white. And
it's always brave to choose white because you really have to work hard with whatever you're putting in the middle, because you're really making whatever you're drawing a focal point.
Well, I really like monochrome teletext art. I know some people think it's lazy, but I think the effect that it gives off is excellent. And especially if you're using these other functions like flash and separated graphics, then you don't really notice that the lack of color, I suppose. But yeah, good selection of color there, I think. Let's close some of these out. Welcome to the year 3000.
Oh, willkommen zu der Jahre 3000.
Is he correct, ladies and gentlemen? Is that the correct German? Well, Simply Sarah is typing at the moment. Maybe she'll correct you.
Hello, Sarah.
Simply Sarah says, is the fast forward one made from watermelon?
Oh,
that's a good question.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it does look a bit watermelon-y, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe you have watermelon on the mind, Sarah. I like a bit of watermelon, personally. So here is Just a Dude's latest entry. Welcome to the year 3000. It's a bit, well, a little bit like mine. I'm put in mind of SimCity with this sort of isometric viewpoint that we've got going on.
I'm thinking Antchester for people of a certain age.
Antchester United. So what's that? Is that an old
3D Ant Attack?
Oh yes, yeah.
Sandy White is Antchester, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was that? That's a great. I like that.
Yeah, that's a game I want to get good at. I've got the Spectrum set up, and I'd love to do that.
Ah yes. Oh. Yeah. It does look a bit anti-techy, doesn't it? So you've got the little men at the bottom there.
Boy and girl, and they have to go and... Do you know that game genuinely scared me when I was younger? The size of the ants. It did, because I was lent a microdrive to load it up with, and it's you can't use a joystick with it, even if it's like got a joystick interface. And I was useless at it. I was really too young to play it. But the size of them ants, they're really big.
Yeah. Although I think deck is a little bit larger. Which is the short one and which is the tall one? Oh, never mind. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, so yes, just a dude. It's
That's a
always
good
good
one.
to
That.
see his
Yeah.
artwork in here. I feel that he's inspired by Blippy Pixel a little
Mm.
bit with his style,
Mm.
and that comes across here. Yeah, especially with the buildings that you have there.
Definitely.
I think it's supposed to be like Times Square, where you've got the big screen and just all the other
Well, yeah, you
a
see the
park.
screen. There's people on the screen, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sort of like on the. Yeah, it's like a big cast. Very
Maybe
good.
this is teletext actually
Mm.
here,
Yes.
and the big teletext screen, and
There's
it looks
teletext
like
people watching teletext people.
yeah. Well, he's
It's a meta
proposing.
thing.
It's the Jumbotron, isn't it? And
Mm.
it's kiss cam. He's proposing to his girlfriend.
Oh, there's a whole story in that. A whole story in 3 bits.
Yeah. Well, you can apply your own stories to things. Teletext walk. Sorry, I can't speak tonight. Teletext watch 3000. Look at that. Would you buy that? The Teletext
Wow.
Hollow Watch.
So, oh, right, yeah, it's beaming out the wristwatch. It's coming out there. Crikey.
It's a bit Back to the Future, isn't it?
If you time your eyes shutting at the right time, it's as if the image never disappears.
Yeah, true.
Or if you do it the wrong way, it always looks like there's nothing coming up.
Do you think people will be doing that in the year 3000?
I think people are doing that right now watching this. I think, but that could be a duality. There could be like 2 separate programs being cast at this particular time, and we just blink in our eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah. That would be.
So you have to be dead good at that, didn't you?
Confusing.
Yeah.
I'm sure lots of people tried that as a kid when they were bored in front of teletext.
Mm. I used to, yeah. We did that in our teletext law, didn't we? If you could shut your eyes or something like that, and then it go back round to the screen, and all the other screens had gone. And you open your eyes, and you're back on the screen you were reading in the first place without knowing anything else that happened in between.
Is that like falling asleep during a long carousel then?
Yeah,
teletext?
probably. Yeah.
Oh, the news has changed. Ah. Sarah says she's doing the blinking eyes thing right now. Lol.
I wonder how she's getting, because what you have to do is you have to open your eyes to see if you're right, to confirm it, and then you go, oh no, I've just seen it now. So you have to sort of like bang, one. Yeah, almost. It almost works.
Well, guys, this is by Logica. So in the year 3, Logica, not like Logica, the computer company.
The things people.
Yeah.
No, Logica with
The
the
things
K.
People who did the thing with the Watsits, and they, you know. Sarah says she can't get the timing right, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, that's fun. We've just reduced this artwork to a trivial game, basically. But I really like that, and so does Meat Lotion. The flash really does add to that. It sells the holograph effect, I think.
The control codes are very busy on that page as well.
Yes. And actually, you won't see this here because these are all perfect. But if you actually tuned into these artworks on the websites, the emulators would glitch out if there were too many blimmin' control codes.
We crashed their teletext systems.
Yeah. It's
Teletext.
Logica again.
Oh, teletext, rest in peace.
But we don't know what year, you see. It's all rubbed off.
So this could be like the Marty McFly picture, couldn't it? Sort of like it's fading away because we're all intervening. The future is not quite written for it. There you go.
No, that's true. It's
Mm.
like Back to the Future, you know.
Mm.
Again, it's like Back to the Future.
I've
But
just
that's
seen a
the
funny book online today about that. Someone's made a pastiche book cover of what Marty McFly's dad wrote. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. I can't really share it. It's a bit rude, but yeah, sorry. Anyway, back to
well,
the future.
oh well, never mind. Shame that.
Yeah.
Shame the joke cannot be told at this time of night.
No.
We need to wait 2 hours.
It,
So Retro Pixels and Mr. Clown are both
Hello, Mr.
here.
Clown. Hello, Retropixels.
They are two teaming us tonight because Retro Pixels says, "Hello, brothers."
Hello there.
Tag teaming us, and Mr. Clown says, "Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick."
Hello, everybody. You like a daily text?
Retro Pixel says, "Good to see you both. I invented a kind of spread this week for seniors." Well, really, what was in this spread? Was it like a butter spread? Like, I can't believe it's not butter.
Werther's original flavour.
Oh, that's disgusting. Or was it, like a buffet, a nice buffet that you laid out for them? Either way, that's very nice of you. That's a very forward thinking and nice of you.
Spread.
Yeah, I think it's like a peanut butter spread, to be fair.
Oh, that's nice.
This is Logica as well,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a teletext demo from the year 3000.
Oh, I see.
So, like
Yeah.
typical.
He's got to put down a crew, though, isn't he? He's got right down there that some crews suck.
Yeah.
You know, that's far too polite. I bet you press the reveal button, it's got like sort of like teletext style sucks or something like that in it. Yeah. Or greets to the following, and then just scroll across.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're in the next page. You only see the first page here.
Yes.
Yet
another scrolling demo.
Yeah. Yet another. Gary Ekberg says, "Who's a dreamer?" Well, you could say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the
only one.
Retro Pixel says, "A crest for a king." What's that? The toothpaste, the king's toothpaste. Dad Gamer UK says, "Surely we will all live underwater in the year 3000."
And your great granddaughter
is excellent.
You can't say that. Wow, this is good. Teletext 3000 basic. I wondered if you typed in wait 6502, would it say CFAX was here or something like that on it? Because that was the Easter egg, wasn't it, on the Commodore PET?
Oh, right.
Yeah. If you typed in wait 6502, it'd say Microsoft, like micro-soft, because they actually wrote the basic for the. Yeah, I went through in a few incarnations on that. So anyway, that's a bit boring, isn't it? But yeah, I like.
No, that's
like
interesting. That's interesting.
It lends itself the colours lend itself really nicely to the to the C64.
Yes, and Meat Lotion points out 64 terabytes of RAM. Genius.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But it's using 1 terabyte as well for basic.
Yeah, it's using it up management data. Just to keep that cursor flashing is taking like 5.5 gig.
I love the flashing cursor, by the way. That really makes the artwork. Can I say
really
that?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's good. And it's funny because I think I wrote a game in 1K in fourth for a computer that I had, and I shared it with somebody who wrote the Hitman games for IDOS.
Oh yeah.
And he said, "Well done, Cole. You've used as much memory as I do for one shade of an eyelash on Lara Croft."
Oh, excellent.
So it's quite funny. But I think I made a game, so it's quite good.
Yeah, we need Tomb Raider for teletext, don't we? We've had Worms for teletext.
Worms, yes, and the Amiga version is like immense, isn't it? On the that replicates the VBI on the Amiga, the actually proper animated Worms. as well as the April the 1st special edition that is on just standard teletext as well. But yeah, no, I was quite
Can you
impressed with that.
believe it's evolved from just an April Fool's joke to a real thing, though? I mean, that just messes with your head. I'm sorry.
It does, but it's just nice how these things do sort of like grow and evolve, isn't it? It's just sort of like
Well, it plants the seed, doesn't it?
yeah, it's like Unchained Melody, and it has to get covered by somebody every generation.
Yeah.
I like this How Travel. That's a bit of a take on the. I'm going to try and guess who done this.
Yeah.
This is Pixel Blip.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
Well guessed. Because
that's good. Because I was about to say Jenica, but he's not. Hasn't been doing much lately, has he? But
he's been busy, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. But look, there's a spaceship there. I didn't notice that before, but there's a spaceship.
It's Defender, isn't it?
XLR 105 or whatever it's called. Oh, that's a digital camera, isn't it? XLR, whatever it's called.
Fiber XL5.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. How Travel. So this is like 2001: A Space Odyssey, isn't it?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know
Mary. That's all right.
What
Daisy,
planet?
Daisy.
What planet would this be?
What planet?
Would it be Earth?
Planet Sound.
Yeah, Planet Sound. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Excellent.
Thank
you. Oh man. Yeah. Well, yeah. I love this. It's. Can I say it is typical Pixel Blip, but it's a very, very good. There's so much stuff packed into this, and it still has room for his trademark stripes down. Yeah,
I love the glitching.
Stripes.
It reminds me of a ZZ Sputnik album cover. You know, like their random Japanese that they stick on. It reminds me of that. Well, maybe gives it an extra bit of cachet, a bit of Japanese.
We need to do some artwork with Japanese in it, don't we? Wish you were here.
We could have a Japanese one, yes. Oh, that's very nice, that.
This is Polydux.
Polydux. Look, he's done the Arctic there, and look, but there's a palm tree in the Arctic. I don't know what he's trying to say.
No, neither do I.
It's okay, because we'll all have electric cars by 2035. So, you know, what's all this hullabaloo about?
Hey, yeah, and in 2036 we'll have flying cars. So there you go.
Well, you never know with the guy that we've got in charge of money. Oh, saved you there. Oh, I was about to announce something, but I won't. Oh, he reminds me of the old guy who's done the martial arts. You know, he goes, could have killed you there. Could have killed you there.
Could have killed you.
Yeah. Could have had 7 bins. Could have had 7 bins.
Did I ever
could have meat tax?
The meat tax.
Meat tax. Could have taxed your meat.
The sugar
could have
tax.
stopped you flying, but I didn't.
Can I tell you a story about the time that I met somebody that was like that? I could have killed you then, but I didn't. Yes. It was a David Brent, incidentally, that. A guy came up to me and said he had a pencil shoved between. I don't have one, but pretend that pen is a pencil, and he had it shoved up between his fingers.
Finish the sentence, please.
Can you hear me?
Shoved up where? Yeah, shoved up where?
All right. Came up to me and said, "You know, I could kill you. I could kill you with this pencil. I've been taking self-defense
with that
lessons."
pencil? Or this pencil?
Well, with it depends how sharp it is, I guess. But he had a little pencil that he carried around for self-defense. And he said, "You know, I could kill you with that. I've been taking self-defense classes."
Art classes?
He's been taking art classes.
I could draw you. I could draw you with that.
I'm going to draw a killer. I'm going to kill your character. Character assassination by drawing. I'm going to draw you terribly.
That's brilliant.
That's a real guy that I met, and
he could have killed you with his pencil.
Well, yeah. What a character! What a character!
Did he? Frank Skinner's dad always used to carry some salt around on his inside pocket.
Why is that? So he could throw it over.
If any muggers came along, he could throw it in their eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I used to enjoy watching fantasy football in the 90s.
Isn't it amazing he was doing that completely paralytic all the way through?
Well, he was drunk, you're saying?
Mm.
Oh, is he?
Apparently. Yeah.
I didn't know. I couldn't
Oh,
tell.
this is lovely. I like this.
This
What
is
does
like,
everyone else in the chat think of this? I'm not on the chat tonight, but they've got to love that. Has that got to be one of their favourites so far? That's like better than Banksy.
well, it's based on a Banksy piece, I do believe.
Oh,
What's the name of the
I've been
girl?
speaking to people that don't like Banksy.
Well, yeah, I've heard that as well, actually. People don't like him because there's a sort of he perpetuates this culture of thievery among artists and graffiti
See,
artists.
the Stock Aitken and Waterman of graffiti. He's popularised it, brought it to the masses, made it accessible to everyone. And I think now, like, the musical types or the arty types turn around and going, hold on a minute, mate, wind it in. You're making too much money out of this, and everybody now wants to draw and make art that looks like yours. And I think that's where it is. But then I watched the Stock Aitken and Walton documentary the other day, and I really felt a lot of sympathy for him, you know. So
Yeah.
it's funny, isn't it? You go through this thing of, yeah, ooh, and then later on, oh, and that, I think that's where we're going to be with Banksy. But that, I love that.
Is
And
that
and
like you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, do you think?
ooh, you, I think, I think you, I don't know, like your own journey in life. I think you sort of like go through with you see the birth and the death of your ego,
I
maybe.
I like how deep we're getting on the Teletext Sofa Club tonight for National
Gamer Dad,
Teletext Day.
hi Gamer Dad, by the way, because you know, it's sort of like different worlds. I speak to Gamer Dad on Discords and things like that, and see what he gets up to, and it's nice of him to drop in today. And I hope he's not overly disappointed with my random musings. But no, it's so it's really weird when all these different worlds all collide, really. But this is lovely. This is my favourite bit. I don't mind saying, but I really like this. I really like this, and the temperatures in Fahrenheit, I think, as well.
People in the chat really love this. Meat Lotion says holiday weather looks fantastic,
Mm,
and Retro Pixels says that rules, and I have to agree. It is
mm.
one of my favorites.
It's like the umbrella.
Tyus,
It's really good.
Tyus is a veteran. I've got to say, is probably the longest serving teletext artist, possibly even out there today.
Really? Wow.
That's part of this little community that we've
Mm,
got. I'm sure
mm,
there are lots that are working
mm.
for the teletext services,
Yeah.
but in terms of, because I mean, didn't he write his own software in the 90s? And some services are still using that, I do believe.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's such a pleasure to have, it's an honor to
Mm.
have Tyus submit some artwork
I
for
love
us.
that. Oh, yeah, you know, that just looked good on canvas. It would. It just
Yeah,
looked very good. Really good.
you could get that printed.
Mm.
Mm. You'll have to
That
get
is
his permission first,
well,
though.
absolutely.
And Banksy, and Banksy's.
Well, I'm wondering if Taylor would want me to put that on the side of the Martello Tower for the last ever Teletext show 2023.
You know, I'm sure he would.
Yeah.
I'll ask him. Remind me to ask him later.
Yes, I will do.
At
Oh,
a
this
later
is
date.
nice. This looks very sort of Dan Farriman, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, it's
No.
actually Wim,
Wim.
as it says here. Wim de
Oh, of course.
Wingers.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm not even looking at that bit. I'm sort of like in the spirit of it, trying to. It was the Battenberg colours that made me think of you, but yeah, I like the separated graphics from the remote control as well. So yeah, hi Wim. Wim's just recently joined Blue Sky, I think.
Well, actually, I'm on there as well, but I haven't visited it for about a month. I
Oh, I
need to
just
get
sent
on
you.
Mastodon as well.
I sent you an invite code for that because I
Yeah,
didn't
I did
think you were on
join.
it. Yeah,
I
I
did
don't know.
join.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. So, what are people's thoughts on Mastodon? I find it just a little bit sort of like it's okay. There's some really nice people on there, but I just find it sort of like very hard work. So
Oh,
yes, but that's lovely. That's lovely.
yes, I like the color scheme, and of course the lettering. Wim is the master of
Mm.
teletext lettering.
He's the typeset king.
Yeah, well, teletext typeset,
Mm.
if that's the thing. Well, we'll quickly get through these here, the last three, and then
Mm.
we're gonna move on to McDonald's. That's
Oh
what you're all
yes,
here for.
McDonald's Gate. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah, I'm
McDonald's
loving it.
Gate. Tell us, or maybe you're not living it.
Ich
I don't know.
liebe es.
Teletext 3000.
This will
Teletext
meet up
3000.
in a teletext 3000s. Won't it be strange when we're all fully grown?
Seriously though, look at the excellent work on the control codes here to get this to work.
Oh, that
So
is just like an absolute headache, isn't it? There's some hold going on there. There's some hold and
yeah,
colours.
so many control codes that it's breaking the emulator. Oh,
Yes,
speaking of which, ZX Guesser said that. Should I say that actually? He's not a fan of Odd's web emulator,
he can
and
say that because he's made his yeah.
and then Sarah's says that she's pointed out to people that the off website rendered theirs correctly,
Mm.
rendered them correctly. Still, I was dead chuffed to get my artwork on Odd, and they tweeted it too.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was really nice of them actually. I think they tweeted everybody that put some work on there, which was really good. But I mean, surely the penny must drop with a lot of these places now if they want teletext art done. Just for their services, there's people they can ask, isn't there?
Oh, hold on. We're going to move on to that. We will get onto that. I think we're getting a little bit too far ahead of us right now.
We don't have a script for this, guys. By the way, this is just like
I know.
serendipity.
That's
This is
true.
just- yeah,
But
I just hopped on and thought, well, I'll just keep talking. 3000. Oh, Space Race 3000, Space Ranger N3000. I like that. Yeah, the old skid lid on.
something I noticed here is the use of geometric shapes in Wim's artwork. So you've got the circle there. That's a very basic sort of graphic design artist thing that you get taught. Make things with squares and circles or simple geometric shapes, which is something that I think even Horsenberger will admit that he doesn't really do. He and myself, we just block things out and then mold them like a sculptor. But Wim approaches this from a graphic design perspective, and you can see actually that we've got the square lettering here as well. So it's always very geometrically correct, shall we say.
So is he starting his artwork from the other way round to you and Steve Horsley, do you think then? I mean, like, do you have your lumps of clay and sculpt it out, whereas with this work it's sort of like it's everything's set out and like the challenge is to do things in the areas where the things have been allotted to take place. You can imagine that 3000 being a straight a diagonal yellow bar to be started off with, and then it's not really 3000. It's actually the lines that are running through that's dividing the yellow bar that's defining that graphic. Yeah, there you go. Just thinking out loud.
Well, I think it's variations on the same theme in terms of techniques, but I've just noticed that there are lots more circles in Wim's artwork, which is good because teletext, Horsenberger has said this, it's very hard to do circles in teletext. Mr. Clown says, is there a Mystery Science Theatre 3K image coming up? Or did they already do it and I missed it? No, actually, nobody's done one. Because, did we get Mystery Science Theatre in this country? I believe we did. Was it on MTV or something?
I don't know. It's
But
not something I'm aware of.
It's not the same cultural phenomenon, I guess. I mean, I only heard about it from sort of YouTubers who were inspired by it. So it's weird to sort of be introduced to this new sort of style of comedy, and they've got it from somewhere else that you've not seen, so it's fresh to you, and you think they're the one that made it up. But and we've got one more by Wim.
Nice that.
Welcome on board. This is a good one.
Oh yes,
I loved this. It's the monorail.
Yes. By the year 3000, every house will have its own monorail.
Yeah. Do we want that? Do we want that really?
I think there'll be a need for a monorail in everybody's house. Like it's a Stannah stair lift, I guess. That's a monorail.
You could send the kids to school on the monorail. Just wheel them out on it.
Yeah. Built made of rack.
What do you think this is in the background? Do you think that's a planet? The circular thing?
Ah, is this Whims again?
Yes.
Another circle. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
ZX Guesser says, I hear monorails are awfully loud. Monorail, monorail, monorail.
What about a Sterail?
I'm sorry I keep jumping off the topic tonight, but I'll be very quick with this. But there was a real life monorail guy a few years ago. When Wigan Athletic, it looked like they were going to go to the wall because they were in big trouble. And it was
Which week was this, Dan?
You know, in 2020, during lockdown times. And out of nowhere came this bidder, so-called bidder, this weird guy. And he said, he literally promised that if I take, and he had a Wigan accent as well, he was saying, I'm a local guy, you know. You want someone local to take over the local club, you know. And I'll give you a 50,000 seater new stadium with a roof, and you can have blue seats, and you can have all this fancy stuff. I promise you can have it. And he went on this Zoom call with one of the Wigan Athletic sort of influencer guys and said, this is a serious bid, I'm serious. But since then, everybody said that's the real life personification of the monorail guy. I know that's not teletexty, but you know what? We've done a very bad job, or I've done a very bad job of staying on topic tonight, haven't I?
I think I've really not helped.
Ah, well, that's all right. It's just the sofa club. It always happens, doesn't it?
Indeed. That's
What's
nice.
is that Steptoe and Son you have in the poster in the background?
Yes. Yeah, so a friend of mine's a graphic artist and he does pastiches up there. So you've got Steptoe and Son in QPR in QPR tops because their locality, the Goldlock Road and all that, to Loftus Road. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, I've got Eddie Hitler there as well.
Yes.
I've got Eddie Hitler there as well in the same thing as well. He does all sorts of football ones actually. Grady Draws, if you ever look for him, he does like all sorts of different football clubs. Grady Draws and local lad. And I bought these prints off of him, and not like doing the advertising or anything, but that's nice. And if anyone sees anything in the back, I'll tell them all about it in the chat. I won't go on about it unless you ask. There's a challenge.
Well, Mr. Clown says regarding Mystery Science Theatre, he's been a fan since 95 actually. And he also says, is Johnny riding the monorail? Is Johnny riding? I don't know what that's a reference to. But,
no. But I'll have to look at this mystery science thing. So it's there's a lot of stuff like that. It's I know we were discussing like in previous podcasts and things like that. We discussed a lot about things that we're sort of late to and things like that. And I love like when I was growing up, like anything from America was on Channel 4 at 9 o'clock was the height of sophistication. You know, it's like America was this really cool place, you know, and then, you had like Cheers, Frasier, Roseanne, and what else was there? Sort of like 30 something you had on and all that. All these, we had the coolest stuff coming from America at the time and all that. But you didn't realise that they were doing comedy like 10 years after that, like Portlandia and things like that. Just really good, subtle comedy. And and I think I was talking to Mr. Clowns about it, and he said, and he's showing me all this stuff, all these other sketch shows and all that stuff that we don't see over here. Over here is in the UK, and there's some really some really good stuff. Really, some of the sketches that he sent me some bits of, they really are funny, and so really good. Yes.
He's got a good comedy heritage, has Mr. Clown, and indeed Retro Pixels. So Mr. Clown says it's a Buggles song, Johnny riding the monorail. So there you go.
Yes.
Didn't I play one of your songs, Mr. Clown, at the beginning of the show? So there you go.
Mr. Clown's been busy because I think he's doing a theme tune for my
He's a nice chap, isn't he?
He's
He's
a jolly nice chap.
Jolly nice.
And if anyone heard him speak, they have him in for voiceover work as well.
Yes.
Definitely. He's a proper voiceover guy.
Mr. Clown says, same here. We didn't get stuff like Look Around You until 2008, 2009. Oh, I remember being a big fan of Look Around You when it came out. And Peter Serafinovich as well. There's Peter Serafinovich show when that was on. Because I was only thinking about Brian Butterfield this week, his character. Butterfield, but it's like one of the characters that's surprisingly endured because it's based on an advert that came on like a few months in the year 2006 of a bloke, an actor bloke who, the old insurance adverts that they used to get on. Have you been injured, tripped or fallen in an accident in the last 6 months? Well, it was that kind of bloke. And he would come on. It was his name Cyril something, but he was an established actor who worked on like Basil Brush and things like that. But he wasn't the guy to front an insurance advert. And Brian Butterfield is based on that. So Hot John. Yeah, it got 2 series, didn't it? Look Around You. I was pleased when it got the 2nd series.
That's been a big influence on a lot of people I've spoken to. Actually, Look Around You. Yeah, I liked Absolutely. That was a good one as well, the Scottish one, and but that was sort of like, I watched it at the time and thought, it's going to be funny any minute, and then I watch it now and it's just like endlessly funny with no gaps. It was a great sketch in there about there's an old couple that live together. They all look like proclaimers, like when they all have glasses on and all that. And he was saying, "We have to take that mirror back. It's not working. It's still showing the previous owners in it." And he had a picture of like these old people in there just looking back at them. Which is brilliant. Yeah, very good. Anyway, that's not teletext. That should be our new catchphrase. That's not teletext.
That's not teletext. That's okay. The teletext.
Hello, everybody. That's not teletext.
That sounds more like Vebert to me. So they're throwing out these classic comedies like Garth Marenghi's Dark Place and The Mighty Boosh. I don't think they ever repeated Dark Place, did they? I don't know. Maybe
I think that probably passed me by. Was that a BBC 3 one as well? So Mighty Boosh was, wasn't it? I think started out there.
Beeb 2, I think it was, wasn't
Beeb
it?
2.
Right. I will be back in a second.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you want to entertain the viewers for a sec here. And then we'll move on to McDonald's. McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and just
Pizza Hut.
McDonald's, really. Right.
Can't really do anything else. Thank you. I don't know what to do. I haven't even got the chat on. Got a new musical instrument I can show everyone. I don't know how to play it.
I wonder what it is. I wonder what it could be. What, a theremin, do you think? Oh.
Hello.
Is that an oud? Oud.
Oud. No. It's like Boba Fett. It's a Mandalorian. No, it's sort of, but it's got 12 strings.
Captain Pirelli's Mandarin.
Captain Paredes Michelin.
Yeah, oh, Carl, you have to turn on original sound for musicians so we can hear your music.
Oh, did anyone hear my ukulele playing?
It filters out music. It's quite aggressive, unfortunately. Oh. Have you got the original sound on?
Original sound? Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Go.
Is that on? All right.
Play.
Okay,
Play as a song.
I can't play it on this because I can't. I'll try tuning it to ukulele and that sounds terrible. So I've done it back to that, but it's really strange with 12 strings and they're all tuned the same. It's really weird.
Go on, just strum it. Keep strumming. Dun, 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 dun.
Teletext.
So, no, strum it like a medieval bard.
No. I won't
Oh.
do a bard's tale. I've got the ukulele again. Right. Did anyone hear this before then?
ZX Guesser says, don't have to worry about a content match anyway.
That's a backhanded compliment.
I know,
'cause
yeah.
C'est original.
Is that Axel F?
No, so I don't know what that is actually. I did do a bit of I did a quote one before. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Yeah, anyway, yeah. And then what else did I do the other day? I did old Canal 74, 75s. I haven't got a tune in front of me now.
Gary Ekberg says, where were you in 1994 when Live in Joy first released this song?
Oh, baby, please, not that again. Is that one, isn't it?
Teletext Sofa Club.
5 years time. Da 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 da. There we go. Anyway, completely derailed your teletext show there, Dan.
That's okay. I don't think we ever talked about this teletext on the show. Right, so let's talk about some teletext. Sarah
Dan,
says...
Dan. Could have killed you then.
I could kill you with this, you know. Anyway, Sarah says, shall we take bets on when we'll get back to the teletext? Well, you can cash that in right now because we're just about to get back to it. So, this week, McDonald's released a new advertisement campaign here in the UK based on ye old teletext. And you're seeing on screen right now a screenshot from that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show the actual clip because we're probably going to get taken down, but we'll show these stills and hopefully everything will be okay.
And Stills and Nash.
Yes. Gnashing, Crosby, Stills and gnashing of teeth. Yes.
Much gnashing of teeth at this.
Much gnashing.
I am annoyed. Absolutely annoyed.
Oh, really? So, would you like to go first on this, Carlos?
Right. The top bit up there is not the same font style as what's going on in the rest of it. Then it gets tiny again for the fast text links at the bottom. I've got a problem with the bloody colour of the bun, the colour of the beef. What on earth is going on between that layer of salad and that bit of mayonnaise? There's an off colour of like turquoisey green there. It's just, and they've managed to do like a whole graphic in the bun, and then have a black. So it's sort of like there's like level 2.5 going on there as well. So it's like they've, do you know what it's like? It's like they've got a Rembrandt and then cut it out with a Stanley knife, just stuck in a frigging Photoshop in it, because they followed a lot of the rules in there, and then they go and fuck it up. Excuse my French.
Well, that's okay. We can have the odd F word on this show if you like, especially when it's to do with this. Yeah. I think as a graphic designer, looking at a picture of teletext, the first thing you would notice is all of the text is the same size, except when it's drawn in pixel mode, pretty much. But we've got, if we count the number of font sizes here, we've got this one up here, and I think this one down here is a different one as well. This is different. This is a different size. This is a different size, but then that's
wrong.
Double height.
Because British and Irish beef, when you double height that, should knacker the burger up at the bottom.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, they're not going to think about that, though,
because that would split the burger. Even if you change that back to single height, it won't let you draw that burger close to that drippy bit of cheese. No way.
Well,
that's just not allowed.
Are we being a bit harsh here? Because the main goal, I guess, is to say, is it recognizable as teletext? And the answer is yes. And I have to say it's a lot better in terms of being faithful to teletext than the Spaceman video that they had for Eurovision a couple of years ago. Yeah, Sam Ryder, which I enjoyed, incidentally. But the other question you have to ask yourself is, what were they going for with this? Is it supposed to be teletext, or is it supposed to be something that's like teletext but copyright avoiding? Have they misunderstood the concept of teletext being a medium and thought it was a copyrightable thing? So let's change it just enough so CFX won't come after us. Is it a...
What was the message in the... Why did they use teletext in an advert? Because I've managed to avoid this advert.
The advert campaign, I think there are 3. One has yuppies in it. I don't know about the other one. I've not seen the others. But it's supposed to be... we've moved on from those days. We've had those days, and McDonald's, you know. But it's apparently... I don't know. The message is written here, I guess.
Since you were booking holidays on here. Oh, I see.
But yeah, talking about the cut and paste job, ZX Getter says it's cobbled together and cut and paste. That's right, because this bit here, the McDonald's part, is taken directly from teletext, an old teletext page, and they've pasted that in there. So for a start, that is probably copyright. If somebody was nasty, they could say, well, that's just stolen. It is. It's just stolen. Which completely rules out what I was saying earlier. They're trying to make it copyright avoiding.
They've actually drawn attention to themselves because... Which means to get that image, they must have actually been sniffing around the archive sites to actually find that image. So, because that McDonald's teletext advert just isn't going to come up in the search.
That's right. Well, the teletext archaeologist posted it on Twitter, I believe, this week. Maybe we should get that up at some point. But yeah, that bit there is taken straight from an old teletext advert that somebody drew. Hold on, Grim Fandango. Let's have a look here.
It might have been Sarah Burgess might have drew that, or Steve Horsley.
Let's have a look. National Teletext Day.
Yes.
Welcome to National Teletext Day, everybody. And Rusty Russ is here.
Oh, hello,
Rusty Russ. I haven't seen this ad on TV yet. They need to bring back Hamburglar. Well,
I'm hating it.
I didn't know he was gone. I honestly
Yeah.
didn't know he was gone.
Do they have Hamburglar still in America, Mr. Clowns? I'd like to. Do they still have all that out there, or is that like too sophisticated now?
What, Hamburglar's sophisticated, is he?
No, we're too sophisticated to have Hamburglar now.
Oh, I
aren't
see.
we?
Well, GK the Mac has recreated this artwork, and I should have downloaded the picture, but I haven't. But he's done his own version. We've got 3 stills from this here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second page. This is the second page.
Oh, so the burger's changed size as well in the second one.
Oh yeah! Oh, everything has changed sizes. No, you know what? You know
Sorry.
what?
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
You're right. For just, I wanted to get in touch with the person who did the people who did the spaceman thingy.
And firebomb their house.
Meat Lotion wants to know where the Discord is. I can post it for you here right now, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to fill some time there, Carl, while I do this?
Well, yes. I'll just. It's incredible because when this came out, when I saw this up on Twitter, I thought, well, what the hell? Because you see a few pastiches. I mean, one that came out was a foreign language one. I think Dan retweeted it, and it was actually a proper 16:9 teletext. And it was a proper 16:9 teletext, and they used all the proper characters that would have been available on a 16:9 screen. But I think I said straight away, like 16:9 teletext. So it's sort of like it's funny how it gets you, because it's sort of like you don't mind people doing stuff and all that, but when other people can actually just turn around and go, oh well, that we'll take that as verbatim. Then it's a bit of a worry, because there's that's not really a worry. I guess it's like archaeology, isn't it? They dig up a dinosaur, and like someone, we don't know if it's got feathers or not, do we? And we just trust the experts, the paleontologists, and they go, well, yeah, his head must have gone at the front, and his horn must have been coming out of its head, and things like that. And I guess it's the same with teletext. It's what people feel that they remember, I guess, is the thing with it. Maybe I'm being a bit sniffy. Here's the original version. Don't get stuck this Christmas. Give McDonald's a gift certificate. Gift certificates. 50p. Whoa, what would that get you, Dan?
An old McDonald's burger. But
Old McDonald's had an ad.
hey, so you can see that we've got Master Shake up here, and it's a Frylock. But that was before the
Are those
Aqua
Dungeons
Teen.
and Dragons characters?
No, it's
Master
Aqua Teen
Shake.
Hunger Force, isn't it?
Oh, right.
Basically. Yeah.
Oh, I like that burger though. It's dripping with green grease.
But it's oh, it's disgusting, man.
It's like, yeah. What was the alien's name? Gilbert.
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 So yeah, this is the original artwork that it's basically ripped off, unless an employee of McDonald's did make this originally, which I don't think they did.
Well, they might have used the pens and all that you get at the little table when you go. Like when you go into the McDonald's, they've got the colouring pens and pencils and all that.
Well, I can think of another reason for having those there. Self-defense! Because I could kill you with this little pencil. So yeah, GK the Mac has had a go at recreating this himself.
Oh,
Here's the level
2.5,
2.5, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is probably as close as you're going to get to the original. And look how much better it is.
Why didn't they go to him?
Right, this is the question that I want to pose now. And I'm going to start a hashtag on Twitter, etc. Hashtag hire teletext artists. Because, hashtag X, hire teletext artists. Because we've got all these talented artists out there, and it's as if they've gone, right, we're going to ignore all of those. We're not even going to look at their artwork as a reference. We're not even going to look at teletext as a reference.
Ignore that free labour. We're going to shag it up and spend money doing it. You know,
Yeah,
I mean, obviously,
McDonald's.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
McDonald's as well, probably the biggest company in the world, have got all this cash, and then they hire, if you
But someone's pitched that to them. That's the thing, and I bet they've gone, oh yeah, CFAX holidays. We've done a Google, and your bloody CFAX holidays come up. They go, no, we can do better than that. We'll just clip and crop, you know, and we'll use Microsoft Paint,
yeah, you
which
could
is
knock.
how we all started. I mean, you know,
It's
but
true,
annoying,
yeah, because
you know.
when I was in uni, and looking at teletext, the first thing I did was I made up a little Photoshop template of teletext, and it wasn't perfect, but I knocked it up in like an hour or two, and then I thought, well, yeah, well, possibly this is I'm not, I don't want to, you know, I've got to be careful what I say on this stream, but I
Just
hope
warning you, Dan.
I hope they have spent more than a couple of hours on that. But I mean, you've seen these talented artists that we've got, and it's such a shame that they've been totally ignored.
Yeah.
Have they even come across the teletext community?
Well, I mean, you know, we're in the centre of the universe when it comes to teletext communities. So obviously, you know, to be fair to anybody else, like, you know, when I'm at dinner parties, you have to explain what teletext is to a lot of people. So yeah, you get it that they might not have even known that sort of stuff exists. So, you know, you have to be fair to them, but it still doesn't stop it being a shame that you know, that it's in enough. If you don't have to look too hard to find good examples of teletext art by people that are living
Precisely.
and in circulation.
I'm not talking about in terms of our famousness. I'm just about in terms of just researching the subject.
Yeah.
If you type teletext art into Google, you get a variety of wonderful artworks from back in the day, and by us, by all the teletext artists, people watching out there today, the people who entered the Summer of Teletext, which was probably going on at the time they were researching this, happening on real teletext. And they've just either sidestepped it and gone, right, we're not having anything to do with that, and ignored it, or they've just not researched what is this based on? What teletext artwork, apart from the McDonald's old McDonald's ad, what is this based on? What the first thing they teach you in graphic design is copy something that works. Look at a reference image and try and recreate it. What is the reference image that they have used for this? What is it? There is none, is there?
I think they've just got that sort of dog's bollocks syndrome, haven't they? Where they've just thrown everything at it, and it's lost any narrative it's got. In fact, the only thing that does work is the thing that they've clipped and copied and pasted from something else. But it's just like, it just doesn't, you know, it's 100% British and Irish beef. It's 100% bullshit, mate. It is.
Yeah, just like the shirt. Just like the shirt. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, Mr. Yank. Oh, Mr. Yank.
Yank.
You disappeared into the background there.
Did I?
Oh, marvellous.
Disappearing
Absolutely-
gag.
Absolutely marvellous.
Marvelous. I could kill you with this pen, me.
You watch out.
Oh yeah. What the other thing
Seven bins.
we're not going to say who did the artwork for this, but you can look it up if you want to know, because I don't want to sort of dump them in the bin too much. But it is part of a larger ad campaign, and you get the feeling that they're probably
There's more of
filmographers.
this to come. There's more of this to come. This is like, yeah, they're going, oh, this works. We're absolutely going to keep going on like this. I think this is more annoying than the pot noodle advert.
Which pot noodle advert?
Is it not just tasty? It's super tasty.
Oh yeah, that one. Well, it's deliberately annoying though, isn't it? This is people are saying that they like this artwork, so it's sort of. I think it does its job. It is recognisable as teletext. It's just that they've done a very bad botch job of it from our point of view. And the question is are we being fussy by picking these things out? Or I would say not, because there are professional teletext artists out there, and
I think it's just a flame, isn't it? I mean, you've seen it often enough in retro gaming circles. When someone does a news story about a video games crash, and they always use American data for the UK. And they go, "Oh yes," and we all played Nintendo, and we all played Space Invaders, and we all played Pac-Man, and in fact, hardly any of us did in the UK. We all had Spectrums and Amstrads, and there was no crash. But the narrative that comes over, and also the with this revisionist thinking of another thing with computers, I guess, is that Commodore didn't feature in the genesis of computers in America. Whereas it was Bill Gates that wrote the Microsoft language for a Commodore PET computer. But if you look back now, it was like Steve Jobs shat the whole computer thing out his backside, and it's sort of like that's all been completely forgotten. Are we going to go the same way with teletext on its 50th anniversary? Is it going to be remembered for some ponytailed advertising executive trying to flog burgers?
Oh, well, I hope not. You've made me angry now, actually, because potentially we need. This is why we need to be invited. Ladies and gentlemen, Carl shoved the pencil up to the camera. Then you couldn't see it, but
that's because I didn't make a noise, Dan. I was stealthy.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
still.
no.
But yeah, ZX Guesser says, I think
Calm
stealing
down.
their logo from their own advert is the least of their crimes. Looking at the spacing between the letters in British and Irish beef, I'm not convinced they've spent a couple of minutes on it. It looks
Oh.
like they've gone out of their way to make it look wonky and not lined up.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even see that before. Alistair. Oh no. Well, now I've seen
Well-
more stuff.
I didn't realise this would bring so much ire. I mean, I wasn't happy with it, but I thought it was a better effort than, like I said, the Spaceman video.
No, this is worse. This
Is
is
it?
worse. Yeah, because with the Spaceman video, it's like you want Sam to do well, you want him to win, and it's like it's about space rockets, and it's a bit.
Screw McDonald's.
Yeah, but this is the man. This is the man ruining our hobby.
Well, yeah, this is why we've got to be careful. We have to be careful, like you say, that this is not Teletext's
Nadir.
legacy. It's
Yeah.
legacy. It's because it's this reductionist idea that, the 60s was all disco, disco dancing and afros and cool stuff. But it's a very reduction. 80s was all blimmin' vaporwave aesthetics.
Oh,
but
it
it's
was all fluorescent socks.
Yeah, but the people who lived through it know that it was a much richer and more varied thing. Like the 2020s is going to
Like
get
the poll
probably
tax
known.
riots.
What's that? Sorry, poll
The
tax
80s,
riots.
like the poll tax riots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is 2020, the 2020s, are they going to be remembered for COVID in years to come? Probably yes. But this sort of reductionist thing that humans do, we've got to compress things down to a handy
Yes.
double Mac, Big Mac, so people can digest it. So Titanic 101 is here. They say,
Hello,
Happy
Titanic.
National Teletext Day early.
Yes.
It is a bit
Thanks
early.
for coming. Thanks for finding us, and thanks for coming along. And
Teletext
watching.
Day Eve.
Yes.
Simply Sarah UK says, it could be a student on work experience making this ad.
Fair enough.
I
Great
admit
comment.
to making wonky artwork as a student. I seem to remember animating a Mach 7 segment display, and some of the segments moved when they lit up. What an amateur.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sure it was better than that, Sarah. Yeah, but
No, fair enough. No, she's got a point. Be kind. You don't know who made this. I mean, for a bit of sport, I'm taking the mick and waving my pencil up at the screen. But yeah, no, absolutely, yeah, point taken. If it's, people are trying to scratch a living out there, and if this is the beginning of someone's portfolio, then good luck to them. But
yeah.
it's been fun discussing it and all that, I guess, and there's a lot of aspects in there that really do wind me up completely. But yeah, they could be. Personally, if my kid done that, I'd put it on the fridge.
Yeah. But how old is your kid? 15?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
right,
Yeah,
I know
yeah, yeah.
that's it's one thing to say that, but
Mm.
why would you put the work experience kid on an advert that's going to be shown on British television in between Formula One or whatever,
Mm.
and let this loose? And also quality control. There's a guy sitting behind a table saying, "Yeah, that's teletext. That
Yeah.
is proper teletext, and
Well,
that
that's
is
like
gonna."
yeah, it's what Peter Kay
Yeah.
said, wasn't it? Yeah, he said that. Bamboozle, be up watching playing Bamboozle.
You know your marriage is failing when you've got Bamboozled on telly. You want to go out, love? No, we'll just sit here and watch Bamboozled on
Bamboozle.
telly.
Oh, did you watch The Power of Parker? That's another comedy. It's on the BBC iPlayer.
No.
Power of Parker. It's like a black comedy, and Bamboozle features in episode 2 of that or episode 3 of that. And I think it might actually be one of Jason Fitzpatrick's tellies in that. And the reason I say that is because it's a CRT and it doesn't strobe when it's being filmed, and he's messed around with the timings in his CRT TVs, so they don't strobe when they're being filmed in with HD cameras. So that was quite interesting. Power of Park, yeah, with the Bamboozle anyway. So
Okay.
and
That's cool.
It looks proper legal teletext as well. So whether he just piped in a image on a pie on the back, I'll probably find out he had absolutely nothing to do with it. But I did speak to him recently, and he was doing a lot of work with Aussie Pendulum. Like the I used to know what genre of music it was, but it's like what genre of music did Pendulum do? Sort of like not garage.
I haven't heard of him.
Oh well, you'll know. You'll have to do a little search for Pendulum later on.
Pendulum.
Pendulum. Slam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Mr. Clown says,
yes.
meat wad is flattened and between two buns. The lettuce is wilted.
Yes.
Rusty Russ says, nice use of sesame seeds. Yeah. Well, that's not legal teletext, but moving on. And also, he said something else. Fuckles the Clown said, manufacturing nostalgia. It's a big business. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. They don't make nostalgia like they used to.
No. A shame. Titanic 101 says, yay, Teletext Day Eve. Because of the time zone shenanigans, I can vibe until midnight in BST, as it's the equivalent in my time zone. 6 p.m. CST. Where is CST?
Central Standard
Time?
Ah,
yeah, Europe, isn't it? No, it's not. Is that
yes.
CET? CET, Europe, isn't it?
Are we UT? Are we what? We're UTC or
Yeah.
Z?
Or UTC.
Z 0 hours. I can't
UTC
remember.
+1 at the minute.
I took +1, so we're not GMT.
We are
No,
GMT +1.
BST.
I don't know. BST.
British Summertime. BST.
Retro
which is
Pixels.
UTC +1.
Retro
Yeah,
Pixels says, that's the thing. Original ideas are the real currency. It goes back to something we talked about earlier with Mystery Science Theatre and the YouTubers that were inspired by it. And those were the ones that sort of introduced me to the original source.
Well, okay, so let's do that again. Be charitable to this. People might have just seen this for the first time, then start going through the teletext code, then see how it's actually done, and not actually see the nuance or the difference in either of them, and appreciate it all for how they see it. So it's not. We could be in. I could be in danger of gatekeeping by going, they've not used this, they've not used that, and gatekeepers are awful people, so I don't want to be that. So I don't know.
I don't think. Can you? There's a difference between gatekeeping and just criticism of an artwork, reviewing an artwork. There's nothing wrong with just. It's only gatekeeping, I guess, if they don't have the money or resources or the skills to put out something that looks like teletext, that is more genuinely teletext. And I think in McDonald's case, they definitely have had
They
those
should know
resources.
better. I think that's the thing. They should know better.
Yeah.
That's definitely not being beamed up on the side of the tower for the last teletext show ever, 2023.
Oh, do you want to promote that? Plug that?
Yeah, okay. So what I'm going to be doing, more info about it in November. But anybody who wants to make a teletext artwork sends it, exports it as a PNG or even a JPEG. It really doesn't matter. Sends it to myself or Dan, and then it will be featured in the last ever teletext show, 2023, which will be streamed live. So it'll be a virtual festival for a couple of hours one evening, and you'll see your artwork being beamed, projected against a historic building in my manor. And the only thing that we're asking for is that it's an artwork relevant to something that happened in 2023, because it will be happening in December. It'll be like a look back on the year. So for as an example, you could do like a Sinead O'Connor, because she passed away this year, or it could be something about football, the World Cup. It can be absolutely anything. It can be anything political as well. But as long as it just doesn't say F the Tories or something like that, it's got to be subtle. There's got to be a nice message in it, or F the Labour Party or whatever, for balance. But you know what I'm getting at. You be clever and be subtle about it. Turn of the Worm being sick would be absolutely fine, but writing something a little bit crass or crude, I can't really put up there. But that's going to happen. I've got the site booked, the venue booked. I've got the generator. I just need to get that up and running, and so that we'll be able to stream that, and that will be a teletext event going on in December. Right down in your diary.
Yeah,
With
looking
your
forward.
pencil.
Very much looking forward to that. So join in or else. That's the message from Carlos, the organizer of this event.
Do you want the pencil?
Somebody should draw the pencil between the fingers, shouldn't they?
It'd be like the Freedom Fist with a pencil coming out. That probably wouldn't come out very well in pixels. Anyway,
the
any
last
feedback on that?
Yeah,
would be
the
great.
last word on the McDonald's thing.
Yes.
We'll just put that up for the next few minutes while we read out the remaining comments here. ZX Guest says, you have to bear in mind that most of the high-powered executives around the boardroom table being pitched to probably have a date of birth beginning with a 2. So there's no room for oldies in the cut and thrust world of burger restaurants.
Well, I work in a McDonald's. I service one of their fire alarms, and I don't think any of them know what teletext is either. They just about know how their fire alarm works. So it's actually a really tough job. Very stressful. Very stressful. I don't think I couldn't handle that. I couldn't. They do have some minerals. The people who work in there, they work jolly hard. Yeah,
they have to put up with a lot of stuff from the public, shall we say.
Even nice, well-meaning people are bloody stressing them, so I can imagine what, complete tosspots are like as well, but it's just relentless, it's just like non-stop. I think, when they say their milkshake machine's broken, I think it's because they need 10 minutes rest. So, bless them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
right, so... and Rusty Russ is still here. Hi,
Hello,
Russ.
Rusty.
He is the founder of National Teletext,
which
is
thank you, Russ.
why we're here. He says that the beef I have
very good. Very
with
good.
the pick is why didn't they align the main content with the McText header? It's just one of the...
he's found another thing.
I know, the catalogue of errors, really.
Oh, look! I'm the Star Trek guy. Oh, that'll be the thumbnail for YouTube. I've done it again. Oh, you'll get loads of views on YouTube if you use a thumbnail like that, and you just go, McDonald's have effed it up again.
Should we get in touch with McDonald's about this? Would that be too petty
What,
to
ring
say?
up my local McDonald's?
Well, just go into McDonald's and say, "Your advert's crap. I'm gonna kill you now with this pencil."
With that
No,
pencil.
no.
Write your name down.
No, I mean just email them and say very, politely that they could have done better, and maybe they'll go back and fix it, or maybe they'll actually get somebody who knows what they're doing to to do it. Do you think? Do you think they would do that?
No, I think you're wasting your time. I'll tell you what we need to do. We need to get somebody to make a phone call, a prank phone call to them. We need somebody who can speak in two voices to have a go at them.
Call them now. Should I call the
now.
McDonald's help? No, they won't be open, will they?
Yeah, that's it. Now we could play like and just get really angry with them. That's and so.
Should I call McDonald's now and tell them?
Who would you ring though? Couldn't ring them.
The helpline 0370. No, I'm not going to read it. I was on stream. Anyway, right. So I think we're done for McDonald's
Yes.
now. I think that
was almost a show, wasn't it?
I know, yeah. So just catching up with the comments in the next few minutes. Then we'll move over to the rest of the artworks, and then we'll do Muttley and wrap up.
Do you want me to do the advert now? Because we're sponsored by. No, I'm only kidding. I was going to do like a
Fanta.
Surfshark. No, Fanta. Whatever, really. Actually, I do need to get a coldie in a minute, but we'll probably let's get these comments done, Dan.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it now. Titanic 101 says, I was looking through analog TV shutdown videos back in June, and the YouTube algorithm started sending CFAX videos, and I got curious about CFAX.
Okay. Welcome along.
Yeah, I believe you dropped in to an earlier stream. What were we talking about at the time? I don't know, but yeah, I remember you from a previous stream, so thank you for joining us once again.
We got returning visitors that actually, that don't know us already.
Yes, well, they're
bit of
getting to know us.
They're getting to know us.
Yeah. But yeah, recently I've been on my own journey down the CFAX glory rabbit hole. Sorry, the CFAX rabbit hole on YouTube. Sorry,
The CFAX rabbit hole on YouTube.
Yeah, yes. Never. I think we'd better move on from that. So yeah, Titanic 101. That is how I learned what CFAX was. They say.
Very good.
Meat Lotion says, aren't they 24/7 everywhere? Which channel had Oracle? Oh, and they're just discussing that there.
Yeah.
Gary Ekberg says, Gary Ekberg's Big Living Joy Teletext Sofa Club 2024. Happy 40th birthday, Dreamer. It's like, yeah, smashy and nicey, isn't it? Yeah.
Happy 40th birthday, mate. I love CFAX holidays, mate. I always used to go and use them. They're absolutely great in the Magenta's Cayenne type way, mate. Yeah. Did a lot for charity, mate.
Charity, yeah, charity.
Charity, mate.
As
Hey.
ZX Guesser says, do a really nice Burger King artwork and send it to the BK head office with a free license.
Now there's the killer in it. Yeah, do a BK. Yeah, it's sort of like Teletext is sponsored by Burger King and Pepsi, the almost brands of food and confection. Yes.
Yes, well, Fanta, of course.
Fanta.
All right, so should we just wrap up on our artworks?
Yes.
The other half? And we're not going to phone McDonald's, that was just a joke. It's something that we did in a previous show, phoning up different numbers off teletext. But we're not going to do that again because it didn't go very well.
It didn't go very well, did
No,
it?
it didn't. I didn't get through to anything. So to finish these off, the other half of the Summer of Teletext artworks, we've got this wonderful piece,
Ooh,
which
like
is a a rotatable artwork by Andy Jenkinson, aka Mr. Ugly Fruit. Oh, Carl's turning himself upside down.
Very good. I like that. And also, it shows that where it's summer somewhere, it's winter somewhere else.
Ah, yes. True.
And that's like
Very
the
true.
equator in the middle.
It is.
It's the
Yeah.
equator. And look, Christmas tree or pine tree look down there, and then a palm tree there. So it's very clever.
Yeah.
Very clever.
And I believe this is going to be reused in the Advent calendar, but it's going to be flipped over.
I see. Jolly good. Jolly good. You could have a 12-sided calendar, couldn't you?
Well,
Quite an idea, wouldn't it? 12-sided.
that'd be hard.
And then you just move it 5 degrees each time.
Yeah, there's a little window that you can see the artwork through.
That's an idea, isn't it? I like that.
So the really good artwork, and this is nice as well by
Yeah,
Andy
I like the
Jenkinson.
use of blue there on the white. Ice lollies.
It really is like something you'd see at the beach, but in teletext form.
The green and pink as well. Very nice.
Yeah. Very summery colours, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah.
You normally you associate green with Christmas and winter. I
Green
do.
and red, yeah.
Yeah, green, red, but they're using the green there. Very good. And with the Art Deco sort of sunrise above at the top as well.
Yeah, you know what I thought that looked like? Wafers. You know how you put a wafer in the top of your cone? It's the sunrise, isn't it? Or the sun rays.
Yeah. It's the sun rising. Whoa.
Answers on a postcard. What was that song?
Wish you were here, Mum and Dad, the sofa living room.
Is this a reference to the Sofa Club, maybe?
Maybe.
Ah,
The mum and
this
dad
is
sitting on the sofa in the living room.
yeah. I thought that was cool actually. A nice touch.
It's like, yeah, teletext airmail, look. Par teletext. Par Avignon. Par Avignon. Par teletext. Or par pastel. Minicom.
Oh, we're not Avignon.
Avignon. Par Avignon.
The sun looks a little bit like when the sun hits your
picture.
eye like a big pizza pie.
That's
That's
teletext.
the teletext day. Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
like this.
I
It's
like the
really
border
good.
of the airmail as well, yeah.
Is that a euro as well?
That's
a reference
euro,
to the
yeah, with a franking mark, yes.
Yeah. Excellent. That's
Where
a tonal
ball
loss
hits
sprays
the net
entry.
like a large exocet, that's Zamora.
What's that? The West Ham songs?
No, well, we adopted that, didn't we? Because he scored on Zamora Day for us. Do you remember first Derby County? I was there.
Zamora Day.
Zamora
Zamora Day.
Zamora
Oh, I
Day.
love that idea.
Zamora! Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant. Very good.
So Desert Island here.
Desert Island. All right, yes. Oh, look, there's got wobbly jellies, flames of candles, and cakes, and Cookie Beach. Is this one of yours?
It is, because I always have to have a dessert-related artwork in these projects.
But you're so hard, aren't you? Because you don't use blast through. You've still given yourself enough room just to actually write that down in normal alpha at the bottom there, that Cookie Beach. Yeah.
There was plenty of room for me to put it. And also to point out the fact that these are cookies, because it's hard to tell.
All right, okay. Fair enough.
They're not the right colour, are they? Because I wanted the sand to be yellow, so I had
That's
to
all
choose
right.
a
Get the
different
McDonald's
colour.
boys in. Like they can do anything.
In level 2.5, you can do anything. You can do what you want in that.
Watch it, Dan.
Watch it, mate.
Look
Watch
there.
it.
You almost had meat tax then. Oh.
Dessert tax, really.
Dessert
So
tax.
there's our real boy
Oh
again.
yes, we discussed this in the last one,
Yeah,
didn't we?
we-
And I
we
love the
did.
musical notes on the aerial, and the pink and the black there. I like that, and the white, it's just lovely, very nice.
Sarah said she liked the V-birds visiting the desert island. Yeah, well, they've always got to be there, haven't they?
Oh yes, birds of the. I thought they were like horned cows.
I've got to do teletext cows, haven't I? I'll do that in teletext.
Bats.
Teletext bats, V-bats, yes.
V-bats.
Wonderful. Yeah, they're coming to feast on the desert island. So yeah, Aerial Boy, there he is.
With the O as well, we liked, didn't we? The blackbird.
Yeah.
Was that GK the Mac? Did he do that?
That one's mine.
Oh, that's yours as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, who did the eye on the bird? That was GK the Mac, wasn't it? He did a level 2.5 blackbird.
Did he?
Do you remember? I think we were talking about that last time. But it was a long time ago.
We'll have to find that because I like teletext blackbirds. I've done a few of them. So, aha.
Ooh.
So, this is based on. Is there an information? I've not put the information up, but this is based on a real life tarot card for the sun.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, it looks like graphics you get on a Pebble watch, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's one of those pieces. Well, I really like Little Bit Space's stuff. Little Bit Space, the author of this artwork.
Yes.
Because,
That's very nice.
as I mentioned earlier with monochrome stuff, some people say it's lazy, but I love it. And look at the textures that have been achieved with the dithering in this.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely. That would work pretty well on Polydux's Game Boy endeavours, wouldn't it?
It would, wouldn't it? So we'll have to show something about that later, won't we? So, brilliant as ever from Little
Yes,
Bit Space.
very good, that.
And
I'm glad there was no prizes for this particular thing because you're all winners, mate.
everybody's a winner. Although in the future...
That's the truth.
That's no lie. In the future, we might do a teletext comp just for fun. We've been thinking about it because you know how they have the Ataski and Amsky comps?
All right, yes.
Logica, who's now one of our many fans and friends, hosted some competitions. So we might team up with him to do a teletext one in the future.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I like that.
Just for fun, so you know, don't take it too seriously. Whoops.
Oh, hello.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Logica. Dear X.
He's pulled off 2 circles on that very, very nicely, very aptly.
Oh yeah, we've got the circles. Yeah,
And
they're not
the
easy to
outline
draw.
And the outline of the tree as well. Very nice.
Yeah,
very
I
nice.
believe he used Edit TF for these, so those are very good geometric shapes.
Aye. So they are.
Maybe Mr. Trick, he could have put some text here. I don't know. Blast through.
Could do blast through, yeah, maybe. But then I think he wants us to visualise our own message to someone that we're thinking about. So it's very
X, assumedly, the social media
X.
platform.
Dear X, yeah.
Dear X.
Dear X, can I have my money back?
Dear X, introduce these features now. Introduce teletext. That would be good. So what's next? Cheers, also by Logica.
That's where everybody knows your name.
Yeah. And it's a party.
Party.
Always love to see teletext beverages.
Or ranty. No, it's party. Party, yeah, very good.
Oh, sorry.
Pina colada.
Gary Eckbird said, Den, the 80s were also remembered for Texas and Madonna. Yeah, of course, yeah. Don't forget that.
I really do like Madonna's early stuff. Guilty pleasure of mine. Borderline,
Yeah.
really good.
It was very
Pink
influential.
Lemonade song, yeah. Pink Lemonade was a good song.
It was all very influential, really, wasn't it? Because if you listen to a lot of the stuff of the time, it was very Madonna-esque. And people tend to copy what's popular, don't they? So
Yeah. Texas were good as well. That was 1989, did they? I Don't Want to Love Her.
yeah, and still going today.
Charlene Spiteri, yeah, she was at Glastonbury, wasn't she? She's
Good performance. Still on the iPlayer website, I think, if you want to go and look that up.
It worries me that when I was looking at these acts when they first come out, you know, they were like years my senior, but now I seem to be catching up with them in age. You know, it's quite Charlene Spiteri and all that. She must be like 55 now, I think. Something like that. Anyway, yes, party, lovely. Nice red tablecloth there.
It's
and
party
a frothy
time.
beer. Frothy
Yes.
beer. Yeah.
Excellent. Sarah says the tarot card was inspired by the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck.
All right.
It does look good in monochrome. I get too excited by lots of colours that I forget to do monochrome.
That's very good. Yeah, interesting story about I think tarot. I think that came along. The tarot cards came along a lot later than playing cards, although people think of them as an early playing card.
Right.
It was a Victorian concept, a tarot card.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I love that windmill.
Yes,
That's
this is actually your artwork, Sarah.
Oh,
Although I don't know why I'm telling you that you did your own artwork. So this is Sarah's artwork, everybody.
But she's changed the graphics for the windows. It looks like their block graphics turned back into alpha.
Yeah, that's very clever, isn't it?
That's really clever because you've got that illegal gap that only McDonald's can get away with there for their lettering.
The McDonald's gap. Yeah, that's what it's going to be called.
Gap. Yeah, the McDonald's gap. So it is.
There's heavy traffic at the McDonald's gap, I'm hearing.
Don't worry, you can take a diversion through held graphics.
Sarah, is there anything you want to say about your artwork here? Is there an eye? Is there an eye hiding over here, just watching you from the skies?
I love the foundation of the windmill as well. It's just so much detail in that, and it gives it extra depth. But I'd like to know from Sarah, is that a technique that she uses often, or did she discover it on doing this artwork? Because it's definitely a great trick. It's definitely a good technique. I'd like to know.
Yeah, I guess I would as well, because I like the use of, I think we've got hell graphics going on up here, but it's very subtle. You wouldn't be able to tell. Sarah says the eye is not intentional. I think that's one of a case where, when you see shapes in clouds, well, I see shapes on teletext pages.
That goes back to birth, doesn't it? It's the first thing that you visualise when you're being born. You see your mother's face, or and because it's a protection mechanism that and then so you go through life and you augment human looks onto things that aren't human as well.
Yes,
that's why you see faces in tea towels that you think that's Jesus and things like that.
Yeah, there's a name for that, isn't there? Where you see faces in things, like two screws and a line.
It's not symmetrical, is it, or something like that, or symmetrical or something?
Oh, you're thinking of simul. By
yeah.
What's his name? I used to enjoy watching that bloke. What was the name of the guy? The French guy. Simulacra and Simulacrum, or something. His book was called. I always forget it. Is it called hyperrealism or hyperfuturism or something?
Oh, right.
Hyperreality. That's it. If you want to look that up, it's quite interesting.
I'd really like that though, Sarah. The depth in the sky and hay fields and the green grass. That's another one that's probably worthy of the canvas, along with the Brody one that we saw earlier. And the depth that you're getting as well, by using no colour at the front, you've actually brought the windmill to the fore. It's given the whole thing a lot of depth.
Yes,
that's really good.
ZX Guesser says Peridolia is the name of the thing where you see faces in stuff.
Oh, right. Perry Mason.
I thought it sounded like the Max Headroom song and The Art of Noise.
Peridolia, Peridolia, Peridolia. Brr, brr.
Meat Lotion says the windmill is nice. It reminds me of Holland.
Yes. It does. Or Norfolk.
Or Norfolk.
Or Norfolk. The Wash.
Did any of you guys play a game called Theme Park World on the PlayStation? There was an advisor. Sorry, there was an advisor that you had that. If you've ever played the theme park games, you get sort of help messages. but this one was on the
Was
PlayStation.
he like the paperclip in Word?
Yes, that's it. It was like that. And he had a Scottish accent. He was a fantastic Scottish guy. And he used to say, your park is really lacking attractions. It's like Norfolk with a gate. It's like Norfolk with a gate.
Is that so? That's really good, isn't it? Is it?
It's, well, it really good in inverted commas.
Was he being a bit sarcastic?
I think he was, yeah.
Was he
A
being
lot
like
of those...
saying, your theme park is so good that if a bomb went off, it'll cause 50 pence worth of damage.
Damage, yeah. Yeah, he that is a great...
Oh, I like that.
An
That's
example of
Giant's
great voice
Causeway.
acting. Yes. We've seen this before on Teletext Soft Club.
That
but
works
this is,
really well.
It's the first time we've seen it on odd text.
Yes, that is very nice. Oh, it's a Giant's Causeway. If I actually read what was behind the thing, I'm paying zero attention to
Giant's Cause.
Yeah, it's the Giant's Cause.
Simply Sarah, once again, is your artist.
V-Birds.
Oh,
V-Birds, yeah.
The composition's
Mickey Mouse
wonderful.
heads.
Sorry?
2 Mickey Mouse heads.
Oh, yeah.
That's
The
it.
small Mickey Mouse heads.
Yes.
Flying in the sky.
Oh, come on, Minnie, let's go to the Giant's Cause.
I like the composition here because we've got the main bulk of the stuff is happening at the bottom, but the contrasting sky with the colours, I really love that. I really love that. The minimalism and the maximalism next to each other. So one of my favourite artworks by Sarah, that is.
I love the way the yellow spills on into the pink as well. It's,
Yes,
it's
held
really good.
graphics.
Yeah, it's really good. Like it.
Secretly, Sarah is very good at the held graphics.
She is very good at it. And I'm not just saying that because she's on the chat.
You're sucking up to her.
And I'll tell you what, that's nice, isn't it? It's sort of like very of the Orient.
This is Uzu Peace, or Max Harik. And this is a classic artwork that's been... he made it last year, but he decided to submit it for the next thing that we had on TV, which was this. But so many good things about this. Not least, that is a very creative use of the flash function, I think. Mm-hmm. Foreground black as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's a 2.5 as well, isn't it? Is it or level 1.5 you can do foreground black on? I can't remember.
Yes, level 1 with the adjusted chips or whatever. But yeah, I love that one so much. One of my favourites from this. We're going to whiz through these now.
Okay.
So we can get to do Muttley before the end. We've got, what have we got? About 10 left. We'll go through Whims. So that's the barbecue, number 1.
Very nice, yes.
Is
Sausage on a fork.
Is this the one that looks like a clown's face? No, it isn't. The other one is. With the BBQ font in the background there.
Nice use of the stripes there. It could be
Yeah.
sort of like a corporate American barbecue advert.
The BBQ, yeah.
BBQ.
The BBQ, wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Now this is the clown's face.
Oh, yes, I like that.
Oh, look at it drip.
It's a deadly clown. He's had a fork shoved through his lips.
Pareidolia, pareidolia.
See, I could have got you there. That is actually, isn't it, pareidolia? Crikey.
Yeah.
That's, I don't want to see that as a one of them, diagrams. You know, when you like the butterfly diagrams that you show the murderers.
Goodness me. Oh yeah, Rorschach test thingies.
That's it. Yes.
Whim again, and the checkerboard effect for the tablecloth. Yeah, that's it. Meat Lotion says sausage.
Sausage.
Right.
The shading on the fork, actually. Special mentions of shading on the fork there. Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, honourable mention.
Wonderful. Now the cat and the sun. Now this is the one that broke odd text. Hey, that's a V-bird. He's done a V-bird. Yes.
And that broke teletext, did it?
It broke odd text, the emulator. Because it had so many control codes. You know, I've got a picture of that somewhere. I can show that to you later.
Broken national broadcasters teletext infrastructure. That is, that there's a lot to be said for that. Dan.
Achievement
There's a lot to be
unlocked.
said, yes.
Oh, the Lord's be
There's a
said.
lot to be
Yes.
said for that.
Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know. I might just carry on talking like this
Like that.
for a little bit, just to see what happens. They're flip flops, aren't they? Yeah, I believe they're called. I believe they're called thongs in Australia.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, fun at the beach.
I like how they're propped up as well. Somebody's propped them up as a decoration.
Yes.
On the
Very
beach.
nice. Yes.
Or a person with no feet is looking at them. He's
The-
lying down and looking at them.
There's a man looking for a pair of flip flops on this beach.
What's the name of that art critic? You sound like him.
Oh, I don't know.
I've forgotten his name. The really pretentious art critic.
No, it's not Lloyd Grossman, is it?
Oh, that's
no,
the-
he's not a. No, it's a who'd live in a house like this? I don't know, but I'll tell you, this man really likes his flip flops, and I believe he could be a jet setter.
He's a jet set Willie. He's a true Willie of modern proportions.
Rhythm is life, and life is rhythm.
Enjoy summer, ladies and gentlemen. And another V-Bird. Yes.
Enjoy summer.
V-Bird watch.
V-Bird. V-Bird.
Oh, he's
Hey,
so
Ernie.
happy.
Ernie. V-Bird.
V-Ernie. Yeah, we need
V-Bird.
V-Ernie as well, don't we? Thank you, Lloyd, says ZX Guesser.
Yes. Well, that's very nice. I like that very much.
Well, sadly, we can't enjoy summer now because it's ended. Unless
Well,
you
so-
live in the Australian
Yes,
region.
I believe the people in the southern hemisphere now can actually go on and benefit from the warm weather that we've had.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And so I quite like the use of the reflections and the graphics there in the blue ocean. Oh my good God, that's lovely. Look at that owl. He's so happy and gay.
Wim enjoys his owls, doesn't he? He's very good at owls.
It's very good at them, and again, more good use there of geometrics. I believe in the bow in the corner of the ear there. Marvellous.
Oh, there's a bit of a glitch at the bottom there. Ignore that. That's my fault. I've only just noticed that.
You've been corrupting the image
Oh.
again, haven't you, Dan? You scoundrel!
Corrupting the youth.
You've been corrupting it.
Corrupting with our
Right,
sausages.
Shall I stop using my normal voice and start talking like this instead now? That's it.
Hot summer.
Hot summer, hot. The summer is hot, man.
It really is.
Yeah,
You
like
get
that.
the effects of the heat, don't you? I love
Yeah.
it.
No, it's good now. I like that. It's got I like the use of the black in the background as well to accentuate the flames. It could be done for bonfire night, that one as well, couldn't it? It's sort of like substitute some of the lettering, and perhaps some of the artwork.
Yeah, beautiful as ever with Wim. Here we go. Next one.
Woman.
Was that John Lennon?
No, that looks nothing like John Lennon, mate.
Oh, Mr. Clown says, hot explosion of nacho cheese.
Yes. yeah. Maximum cheesy goodness.
McDonald's maximum cheesy
Yes.
goodness.
Hot summer.
It's hot. It's very hot indeed.
No,
Very
there's
hot.
There's a hot lady.
Yes.
Hot lady on the beach.
That's do you remember Steve Horsley said that all the people he used to draw for his Teletext Holidays artworks were nude because you only saw the silhouettes.
Draw me like one of your French girls.
Teletext girls.
Draw me like one of your black ladies.
The block party. Sunny Beach.
Sunny beach far away in time. Sunny
Yes.
beach far away in time. Very
It's-
good.
It's sailing along on the sea there as well.
Is this Bim?
Yes, these are
Another
all
circle.
all
Another
of
circle.
these. Yes, very
More
good
circles
actually.
and concentric shapes.
Superb circle.
Exactly. Yes. No, you've
Yeah,
got
all of
symmetry.
these are Wims. All of these
Yeah.
that we've been looking at here are still Wim.
I do apologise to him if we're just zipping through at the end. But,
I know we are, but it's-
they are really good. It's sort
Yeah.
of like, and the way that he does the proportions of the different colour segments of the beach ball gives the ball the shape.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you don't really notice these little inconsistencies that you have to use for the color changes, etc., and the control code changes
I
because it's
call
such
them I call them the kick corners, because you'll publish your work on Twitter and you sit there and go,
you kick yourself for doing it.
yeah,
For me.
why didn't I round that corner bit off? Oh, I couldn't. I remember now. That was part of the background, and it's like, oh,
Pixel Blip next.
Very
Greetings
nice.
from the
the
Elephant,
Elephant
and
and
Castle.
Castle, like that. And do we think that's a glitch, deliberate glitch there, or is that your rendering problems?
It's
there?
a deliberate glitch. Yes.
It is, yes.
So these might actually look different on odd
Mm.
text itself because they'll be in the German character set, but I don't think it doesn't really reduce the artwork in any way.
Yeah, the Elephant and Castle's quite an interesting.
Subject.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the naming convention of it's quite interesting. Sort of, they reckon it was from sort of like a pub or a coach house, really, because there is the theory that it was the Infanta de Castile, which was a lady in waiting or something for Henry VIII, but that's been debunked. But it's like, you know, the law around London place names. It's quite an interesting one, and I've visited Elephant and Castle quite often, and remember the old shopping centre there and all that. And it's lost a bit of soul now with the shopping centre being knocked down and everything being restyled. But yes, very nice.
I like it. It's I think it was because it had been in the news recently that Pixel Blip decided to, you know, depict this, because it had been knocked down, I assume, because here we've got the crane and the wrecking ball.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, it's a nice artwork again. Is it raining, maybe? It was raining on the day that they demolished the Elephant and Castle.
Oh, sad day.
And now, Polydux.
Brilliant.
Right. Well, we've talked about this on the previous show, but
Yes. It's a double meaning, isn't it?
yeah.
Please go away and please go away.
So I don't think anybody owns Teletext Holidays currently, so we can slander them all we like.
Yeah. But, you know, this is probably where, like, you know, we berate people for not looking into teletext before they use it. That is the best advertising concept going, isn't it? Please go away.
Yeah.
You know, what was it Lampolly say? You know, get away.
Get away.
Get away.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my holiday at half price. Get away. Ding. And they disappeared.
Disappear, yeah.
They're doing something important like holding the scaffolding up or holding the scalpel for the doctor or something like that.
I like the coconuts down here. Teletext coconuts.
And I like the character set there for Teletext Holidays. It's sort of like using minimal terminal font there on that. Very good.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks, Polydux. Would love to see you submit for the next one, which we'll talk about in a minute.
Easy Flamingo.
This is an iconic one because it was chosen by a few of the news sites to depict the whole event on Teletext.
Very good. I like the black of the bill of the flamingo as well.
Yeah, well, it's very clever actually, this. And Losso is the guy who was responsible for teletext worms on Amiga.
Ah, what, attention whore?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
This is one of his creations, and he was honoured to have something on German teletext.
Oh, I bet he was as well. But the interesting thing was, I mean, I was showing a lot of people who had Amigas what he actually did with his work, and they just didn't. Some of them just didn't get it to start off with. They just didn't really understand the concept of it. Because again, why would they? You know, they'd never really sort of. They thought it was a graphical demo from the Amiga itself, and thought, well, that's pretty low rent. You know, it's been done already. They never realised it was done through the a vertical blanking.
Yes.
Signal, and it was actually a 1980s television that was doing the decoding of the graphics from the Amiga, not the Amiga itself. So that was quite a strange juxtaposition to be more, get fizzing
Well,
about that.
I think some artworks require some explanation.
Yes.
Others, well, just a bit, well, context more than anything, really. Context.
That's very
but
good.
yeah,
Green
Simply
fish
Sarah.
blue thing. Sorry, yes.
The fish, yeah, the green fish. Goldfish shoals snapping at my toes. Sarah says, makes me want to buy an inflatable flamingo because I've never had one.
Oh, wow.
We'll put it on the
Go
front
and
lawn.
get one. It's a free country. I think Elephant and Castle Market used to sell them probably.
Oh, but it's gone now. It's gone.
Now. It's gone.
And that's it. That's
it.
everything. So that was the Teletext 3000/Summer of Teletext event that we've had on over the summer. And you might have caught it, but in case you didn't, those were the artworks. And you can view them on demozoo.org. Visit this URL and you can see them all in their glory.
demozoo.org/parties/4747.
Ah.
Yes, very good. So, what are your thoughts on the whole on the whole festival? Then you enjoy that, Dan? Doing that?
Yes.
What was your favourite part?
My favourite part is a good question because it's always just good to see our artwork up on there and the variety of people who submitted. And we've had a few new guys enter. Sifo, I think that's Losso's first artwork for one of our events. And I think that's it. But I really enjoyed the Sifo one because it's good to bring that format over, the TV listings format, and it works as a contrast to all the arty things that we've got, like a text-based entry, basically. So I really liked that. But everything was good. We got a lot of, this project got a lot of media coverage and a lot of support from Odd Text, Wildly Text, and Off, which is brilliant. And good to see Teletext on TV again. The plan is that we do it again for Christmas.
Ooh.
So if you want to submit some Christmas artworks, please do. Get working on them now. I assume the deadline will be a couple of days before the 1st of December. Yes.
On the Athens.
So I'll remind you about that.
And is that Wiley and Airston, Teletext team Airston, and
Hopefully, yes.
Orf as well?
Hopefully the same.
Yeah, it's
suspects.
good that they all seem to be cooperating as a blocker game, which is good. So it's a nice co-syndication.
There are others that we could ask. The Swiss text.
Swiss and the Spanish.
Spanish, yeah. That's been mentioned actually, the Spanish one. So maybe.
Did Latvia still have a teletext service?
Perhaps.
Poland do. Poland,
yeah.
So maybe we could reach out to them.
Portugal.
Portugal, yes.
were in the news, I think, recently. Oh no, it was the Spanish teletext service that was in the news saying, "Did you know that teletext still exists?" You know those articles you get now and again.
Yes.
Need to be reminded that it still exists.
I know. Well, yeah, it's but that's the world we're in, isn't it? It's sort of like, when you're in the world of ice creams, you can't believe that people don't have ice creams for dessert all the time. So I guess we're very similar, aren't we? Really, in a way. But
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. Well,
okay,
that's really good.
Right. So thank you to everybody who submitted for the Summer of Teletext. And once again, we've got 2 projects coming up. We've got the Advent Calendar, and we've got Carl's end of 2023 project, the end of Teletext, or whatever it's called. The last ever Teletext project.
The last ever Teletext show, 2023.
So we've got lots of things to be working at all the time, really.
Yes. It's a constant barrage. That's what it is. A constant barrage.
Constant barrage of men with pencils come to attack you. Alrighty, so we're coming towards the end of the show, but there is just enough time for us to do the traditional end of show special.
Mess up Muttley
It's
time.
Muttley, yeah. Is it going to work? Is a good question. Hopefully. So I'm going to stick that in the chats for you all right now. We'll get Discord up and put that in there. And then we can have a go at making our own collaborative artwork. If you're new to this, then we can all make it together at the same time by clicking on the link and following the instructions that I'm going to give.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be in the teletext dugout because I really suck at it, so I'm not even going to bother trying.
The link is now in Discord and the YouTube chat, and I'm just going to pop that up for you now, the Mutley. The Mutley system, isn't it brilliant, eh? Yeah. You snickering hound.
Oh, hello. Who's
Somebody's
moving the cursor?
at it already.
Who's at the cursor in the corner there?
So, if anybody wants to join in, you click the link, then press escape on your keyboard, and you will see an orange cursor, level 2 cursor. And you can move that around with the cursor keys. To fill in the sixels, you can use Q, W, A, S, Z, and X. Or you can use F to fill, C to clear, or R to reverse.
Reverse.
Reversing. Car.
Reverse.
Now reversing. Yes. And that's it, basically. You can add capitals
Everybody clap your hands.
You can add letters by hitting the caps lock and saying, hello. Hello text. There you go.
Hello.
That is called Blast Through Alphanumerics.
Blast through.
So what's happening up here? I think it's a beach. There's a burger going on. Oh.
Boiger.
Is that you, JK the Mac, doing your burger? A boiger.
Boiger.
Now, be warned, ladies and gentlemen, that this might crash. And hopefully
crashes.
we'll have somebody out there that is going to capture it in case it goes AWOL. But I'll see if I can do it myself as well at 5-minute intervals. So that will mean that I have to stop the share momentarily. Somebody's drawing a bin, I think.
Oh, I hope it's going to be 7 bins.
What's that, like 7 stars?
Well, no, we were saved from having 7 bins. We were saved from something we were never going to have in the first place.
Oh, really? Is this a
Yeah.
local thing?
No, it's a national thing. This is the what was in the news, wasn't it? When they said, "Oh, we're not going to stop the cars till 2023, but we're also not going to introduce 7 bins, and we're also not going to put tax meat." Yeah.
Oh, I see. I know what you mean now.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a
Well,
little
the meat,
bit-
you can tax the meat lotion.
It's a little bit political, but
I know, yeah.
it's a bit, but there we go. There we go. So let me
Political Johnny.
Politics.
Politics. Politics. Is it
Politicos.
crashing? Oh, no, it's crashed already, hasn't it?
Has it really?
I think so, yeah. And I haven't captured it, sadly. Hold on. Oh. What's the music? No, we can't play this. Copyrighted music. No, stop. No.
This is by Mr Nissness,
Oh, is it?
and this is my new theme tune.
Oh, I'm glad it is, because it does sound like a proper song, though, doesn't it?
There you go. What do you think of that? It's all right, isn't it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it was a real thing. So what's
Yeah.
going on up here? How come it's crashing? I'll put it back up. Is it crashing? Cartoon Network never gave the V-Birds their own full show, and it's a shame, says Tori Electra. Let's get it back up.
Oh, loads of people on the chat tonight. It's really, really great,
yeah.
actually. Really.
For National Teletext Day Eve, which I keep forgetting to mention. Oh,
Well, oh, I like that. Oh, the pencil. Who's done the pencil?
I'm not sure who's done the pencil, but I think it's pretty
There's
cool.
nothing quite like a blocky burger. God, you guys have been very busy tonight.
Do I have the caps lock on?
You shouting again, Dan?
Am I?
Well, I don't know if your caps lock on. You wanna watch it, mate?
I don't know what's going on. I can't program that. Oh, there we go. I'm an
You
idiot.
unplugged your keyboard, didn't you, you Wally?
There we go. I've done it. I've done it. You Wally.
Right, I'm going to play something as a preview to something that I'm working on. I want you to listen to this and see what you think.
Okay.
Right. You're not allowed to say you hate it.
I hate it already.
This is music from a power station.
Music from a power station.
Yeah.
How do you mean?
It's well, this is slightly embellished because this was a live performance of it in Moscow, but this was by a guy called Joe Banks, and he performs recordings from electromagnetic sources.
Oh, I see. It's quite inventive.
Very inventive. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. So I've stopped
Sarah
it now.
says she did the pencil because you were
Did you?
waving yours around.
Yes, that's very nice. I like that. I like that a lot. It's very good. And the wheelie bins. Oh my god, this is genius. Absolute genius. That's absolutely brilliant. And of course, 7 colours. People are so quick. They're so quick. Who did those bins?
I don't know, but they're brilliant, aren't they?
They're very good. They're so good. So you use blast through for the capital O as well there. Yo dude. Yo dude. Some really good stuff there. McDonald's. Madonna.
McDonald's. Has it crashed, by
Like
the way?
a gherkin.
Which bin does the burger go in?
Like a gherkin bin. Touched for the very first time. Oh, some mega detail coming up there. That's got to be you, Dan, isn't it? I can hear you just clicking away, nibbling away at that sixels.
Because I don't have the noise reduction on, so you can hear all my clicks.
That's fine.
It's supposed to be a planet. Music from a power station. Ah.
Yes, so that was from Disinformation. Is the project, and he's been doing it for about 20 years. But he's been recording sort of like electrical VLF from things by using a just standard recording stuff and an AM radio. Mm-hmm. And it's been sort of like it's a subject of one of the podcasts that I've recorded recently.
Excellent.
So hopefully you'll be hearing from that man. Oh, I like that. Was that Saturn? Yo dude and the planet Saturn, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, it's supposed to be Saturn again.
Oh, there you go, you see. He's what they call, what's it, a sonic poet or something like that. It's a very, very, very interesting chat, though. Had a really good chat with him.
Ah, well, Is that next up on Teletext People or Sunspot Stories? Bite High No Limit.
Bite High No. Yeah, which one is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
No, they're all Bite High No Limit, whatever. But it won't be the next one, but there's a few in abeyance that are coming up at the moment. So I've got my birthday message to my listeners lined up. So that one will be coming out soon. There's a couple in the offing. I'm not going to do that old bollocks about there's a few I really can't tell you about and all that, but I'm just sort of like worried if I put the kibosh on them. But there's been a couple of people that I've told you, Dan, that I weren't going to get, have now come back and said, yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So and again, they're just like really interesting ones. So yeah, it's hopefully, it's been like a lot of interesting subjects there for people. And if I managed to do all the ones I wanted to do, I wouldn't have to. Once I recorded them, I wouldn't have to make anything until next July. Isn't that mad?
Wow.
Yeah, but I will have to make things because they won't all come off at the same time. I've got a return to my Sunspot as well, being made. The first ever podcast I made was about the Sunspot amusements, and now I have finally been invited back to the new Sunspot that's been rebuilt in its place, which serves a completely different purpose. But I'm going to record an interview with the people there who are involved with that, find out more about it, and hopefully that will cap that story off, So, and it's not about computers or nothing like that, but it's about people, and I believe that it's like a social enterprise. They're getting people started in business, and there's like a space there for community groups and things like that. It's so that's what I'm hoping to do there as well. So yeah, it's quite a few bits and bobs going on.
Excellent.
I'd love to get somewhere like you had with your Wigan area. What was your space that you had? The
Wigan Steam.
Wigan Steam. I'd love to have a Jaywick Steam or something.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
That would be really good. I'd love to do that.
Wigan Steam has a new name now. It's called Everyday Arts, or Everyday Creative, or something like that.
How do you feel about that? Would you prefer the Steam, or do you reckon this everyday art gives a better message to the casual?
Yeah, I think it better fits what Steam does now, or what the company does these days, or what the group does. Because it has changed a bit since.
Yeah,
since then.
I remember you mentioning there's quite a change of personnel and a change of maybe a potential change of rationale as well, with what it does. But everything evolves, doesn't it?
That is true. Yeah. Time moves on. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
It's SpongeBob.
We'll all live under the sea.
Eventually, yes.
3000.
Yeah.
And your great-great-great-granddaughter is a man.
Is that stolen from something, or did you make that up?
Just made that up, really.
I see. McDonald's. I've used blast through because I'm too lazy to do the background.
What about McDonald's?
McDonald's.
Oh, what was that one in Coming to America? McDowell's. He said, "They've got the arches, we've got the ark."
Has it been wiped?
They're trying to take me to court. Huh?
Sorry. ZX Gas has said that it had been wiped, the artwork, and I hope it hasn't. Go on, sorry.
No. Has it been wiped?
Some people are still using it.
Yeah.
Still doing it. It's not been wiped at this end. I can still get it.
I like your National Teletext Day backdrop there.
I do have a copy.
Looks like you're reading the news.
Yeah, did you tune in earlier when I had the rolling scroller thingy?
No.
We'll have to put that on again before the end. Yeah, I've got it. It's funny that it's wiped out because I've got it. I seem to have it running on my end. But I guess it's only a matter of time.
You
Patty.
lost the elements. You're not recording it onto tape. That's the problem. You can't steal
Yes.
the VBI. Oh, I watched a rerun of Top of the Pops last week on BBC4, and it went out askew, and you could see the VBI signatures at the top moving around.
Oh, right. Cool.
Although I will be corrected on that, because that is not actually the VBI. Apparently, that's something else. I will be corrected, and I'd be happy. I'll be welcome to be corrected about that. But I think that might be the press facts and all that was in the top there for the internals, because that's been mentioned before. Maybe might have been the same episode actually. I was sort of worried for BBC4 because now they're getting into the Top of the Pops. I don't know if BBC4 is actually going to finish soon.
Yeah. I hope not.
I do like it. Although Bob Ross has been shown on Sky Arts recently, you've noticed that?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
It's good to see him on there.
that is nice. The way he cleans them brushes and all that. And I read on the internet, some people reckon he caught like this big C off of the thinners of the brushes when he was banging them against the easel.
Well, that's just a conspiracy theory, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah, you do your own research. Do your own research.
It does seem to have been wiped from the server apparently, so I've got to keep an eye on what's going on.
So is this being hosted by ZX Guesser now? Because that's his remote control on there, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but this is, well, actually, Peter Kwan's here, so he might be able to answer your question.
Because if it, I mean, I know Peter's doing this. There's a pineapple. Is that Peter? It's a pineapple, isn't it? Yeah. But why is it so janky? Why is it? Why is it always this? Is it because it's still on his organ at home?
Yes. Well, it used to be. He now has a picture of CFAX holidays on it, doesn't he?
Ah, well, I've got a picture. I don't know if you'll see this if I move that down. Can you see that? I've got CFAX holidays. You won't see that. I've got CFAX. His stickers on there, on my laptop.
Ah.
So yeah. But I'm sure he can find an old PC and a skip that can do a better job than a pie on an organ. He's a bit of a skip rat at the moment, and he's finding loads of stuff. I'm only joking, obviously. That was really nice to see them at the do as well. It's really nice to see them both.
Yes.
Really good.
Do you have any more thoughts about the block party?
Well, it's just been. I didn't realise, looking back, how much of my brain power it took. I think, looking back. I mean, I thought, yeah, just turn up, do a show, and actually, in the days and the weeks that followed, not having that to worry about. I wasn't worrying about it, but not having to think about it anymore. It was amazing. It's like having a second holiday, and it's amazing that. I was only doing a little show like that, so imagine what that is for Dave doing the whole thing, and for Paul Rose doing his whole thing as well. And I only had a fraction of that, so So there's me thoughts on it really. It wasn't demanding or anything at all, and looking back, to get 30 people in a room for a live podcast recording, that was good. I wasn't just like speaking to like one person who was scared to leave and somebody else who was dressed as Spider-Man, so it was it made me feel quite good actually, on reflection. But there you go. I've been in them situations before where you've actually gone into a seminar, nobody else has turned up, and you are the audience, and you want to leave but you can't because you know you'll hurt the feelings of the presenter. Pencil Marshall. Oh, I like the colours. Lots of holographic goodness there. Spaceman. I always wanted to go in spaceman. Yo dude, where's my bananas? Nothing quite like a blocky burger.
Good to see the bananas back, by the way.
Where is the banana?
Well, it just says, yo, dude, where's my banana? So
Oh, I
it's a
see.
invisible banana, you see.
Yes.
Invisible.
Like a gherkin. Munched for
That's
the
very
very
good.
first time.
It's funny that McDonald's haven't done that, isn't it?
They'd get that wrong as well.
Oh, what have I done? I've messed up.
Oh, trying to rescue it. Side V birds.
Side V birds, yes. I've forgotten what I was going to put here now.
Oh,
Is it a banana? Yeah, it is.
this is this space for rent.
It's a banana.
Someone do me the world's smallest Fanta on there. The
It would just be a
smallest
pixel.
Fanta pixel in the world. Oh, there's a little banana there.
If you can do a save, you can grab the TTI page and I can put it back on the server. Switch to standard mode, click grab. I am periodically taking grabs of the artwork.
Well, you better watch. That's what Russell Brand was doing.
Taking grabs of the artwork.
He's taking grabs in general. But it was acceptable in the 90s, in the 2000s. It was acceptable at the time.
Well, that's what's important, isn't it? We're getting very political tonight, aren't we?
No, are we? Are we getting political?
Muttley's back.
I'm just...
What? You don't want to mention it, do you?
I don't know if I should. It's the
Oh no.
I don't know. Should I say it? It involves Spanish footballers, female footballers.
Probably better not.
Yeah. Oh no, I've made it sound worse than what it is. That
It's hard to do a banana at a low resolution. Actually,
you won't fool the bananas with low resolution. No, no.
it just looks like a big V bird.
It's
Oh,
a big food bird with eyes. It's a
Yeah,
gravy
that's-
boat again. It's a lamp. It's a magic lamp.
there you go. It's a big V bird. Yes.
It's a bear with floppy ears.
It's not a banana anymore.
No. It's a character.
A character.
It's a character. The Bard's Tale. Was he playing Word Up on his little Bard's lute? Did you actually know that was Word Up by Cameo?
Yes.
I was playing.
Because
Oh,
you
that's good
played
then.
it on
Enough
the show
times.
before. Yeah.
I'm getting better, you know. I think I've been on and off on the ukulele for 10 years now, and I know one song.
You played two earlier though.
What was the other one I did? I've been practicing one more actually.
Rainbow birds down there. I love it.
Fill the whole world with a rainbow bird. Right, see if you can name this tune, everyone.
Here we go.
Have I got the musician sound? Can you hear this? Can you hear
Yes.
forgotten how to do a B. Oh dear, I've made a right big zero of this. Bear with.
It's all right. You can start again.
Okay. Oh, anyway, that's that bit. I can't do an E minor tonight. I think it's E minor. Anyone know what that was anyway?
I'm not sure. Was it Dreamer or Dreaming?
Yeah, I can't miss my fingers. I can't get round to do the B. I won't tell you what that is if you don't know.
Why?
Well, I don't know, because you'll just, I don't know really. It was Joyriders by Pulp.
Oh, right. Well, I don't know that song.
Oh, well, there you go. That's probably why you couldn't tell me what it was. Right, that's the problem with all this stuff, isn't it? If it's in your head, you can just strum away and you go, oh, well, that's definitely that song. Like, every song I do just sounds like Cameo Word Up in my head. I've got loads of sheet music that I downloaded. I thought I'll play all these, but you only know about 3 chords. You can only play 3 chords of songs.
Joyride by Roxette asks Mr. Clown. So,
oh no, Joyride by Pulp. Very good. Yeah, Joy. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do that one. That's the whistly one, isn't it?
So let's have a look at the comments here.
Please stop playing ukulele.
Nobody's said that yet. Mr. Clown says, there's a documentary about Bob Ross and how his home family got swindled out of the rights to his name / merchandise, etc. So if you do buy anything with his name tied to it, it's going to these so-and-sos
Oh.
who screwed him over when he was sick and dying. It's pretty sad, so don't buy any official Bob Ross merch. Around, that's what it's all about. That was really nice.
Oh, what was that? What one? Was that this one here?
Yes. That sounds familiar. He's doing his tricks now.
No, I'm not.
Dun, dun, dun.
What have we got else here?
Mr. Clown says, "Where's the blood on the end of that death pencil?"
Yes, we need some dripping 16-bit blood. Just to get the McDonald's people back in. Get them back into the conversation. I want to see some dripping fat from burgers.
Burglars.
Burger fat.
Hamburglars.
Them burglars. Oh, well, let's see if we know this one then. No, then. No, I can't get that right tonight. Do you know that one there? That's quite good at the chorus, actually. So, I'm the one that you know. I'm your sorry ever after. 74, 75, 75. Give me more, I'll define. Really ever after. 74, 75, 75.
Is that supposed to be George Formby?
Is it? Yeah, that's it. I got no reason. Calling me in the rain's coming down. There's no reason. Yeah, I can never sing while I'm doing this.
Well, I guess it's something you have to learn. Peter Kwan says, "I have a bunch of ukuleles. We need a uke session at the next
Yeah.
block party." We do. Right, so... Can I... Right, I'm going to call this done. I don't think there's anybody else still working on this. So thank you very much for helping us with the collab artwork tonight. I'm going to grab that, even though it glitched. I have access to it. I have it.
the power.
Yes. I'll export that in ZXNet.
Hold on. Is the camera on me? I have the power. He-Man with his pencil.
Excellent. The
I'm
pencil.
so pleased I don't drink anymore.
Right, I've screen grabbed that. Unfortunately, it's not grabbed the. Can you export in ZXNet? Oh, yeah, you can. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just changed it URL, didn't you?
Yes. Oh, but
The-
it still doesn't show the subtitles, sadly.
Can you do it? Export it as a T42.
Download the TTI. We can download the TTI.
TTI. Have I got TTI.com?
I've saved it. That's an old one, isn't it?
Yeah, that is. That. Do you remember that? Do you remember when people had PPI? We could do. Have you got TTI?
Have you been missold insurance?
Have you been missold McDonald's advertising? Have I got VBI for you?
VBI.
VBI Direct. Have you been mugged by a bloody advert that's in level 2.5?
Oh, it pretends to be 2.5, but it
Yeah.
isn't.
Have you been watching the Spaceman video thinking that's CFAX holidays? Ring this number. 465622444199678992.
7.
7
4.
216
349.
444. Is Mr. Clown still on the chat?
I think so.
I want to ask, with his voice thing that he does, is that what's the name of that? Because I'm looking for one, because it's good fun.
Voice changer. Or...
No, well, sort of, but it'll record a sample and it'll play it over and over again, and he can add layers to it and slow it down and speed it up. It sounds really expensive. Do you know what I mean?
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
he
like
might know.
Yeah, he uses it an awful lot, and it's really impressive. And I'm thinking, wow, I mean, it's better than the piece of POS that I bought, which does all claps and gun noises and things and
Well,
echoes.
At least it does that.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
How
see
are
you, Dan. You off?
No, I'm not. I'm just setting something up here.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, this mystery.
Ooh.
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 Ooh. Ooh. Who Wigan got tomorrow then, Dan? Oh, wow.
Good question. Is it
Psychedelic.
Portsmouth?
Oh, that's nice. Pompey.
I think so, yeah, I'm not sure.
The geezer with the bell still at Pompey. Oh, I used to do my heading.
The geezer with the bell. That sounds annoying.
Yeah, he's called Play at Pompey, wasn't he? Da-ding, 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 da-ding. He just used to ring the bell all the way through the whole game.
Yeah. Play up, Pompey, Pompey, play up.
Yeah, play up, Pompey, Pompey, play up.
Simply Sarah UK says, I've enjoyed this evening, especially the collab art.
Yes.
And
I was
Meat
good.
Lotions says it's been a great evening.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. No one's mentioned how good the ukulele playing is yet. I'm very surprised. There must be a glitch in the chat.
I did.
Oh yeah, I know, but you don't count. You're not sort of a punter, are you? You know, you're not the audience. You're trapped.
Mr. Clown says, nah, it's a cheapo little mixer.
Oh yeah, well if I can find out what it is, because I'm just so impressed with what he does and what has been, you know, what he gets involved with. I don't know if we can we plug that here? We can plug it, can't we?
What, the classic game night stream?
So yeah, Clown may know somebody that does the classic game night stream, and also Praying Funkles, which is something which is like in the same universe, which is really
The Marvel
worth a listen.
Cinematic Universe.
Yes, where but yeah, over here we listen to that Sunday morning or Saturday morning. It's really interesting listening to, and there's some great conversation. It's a nice, slow, very clever thing. Yeah, worth a look, everybody. I enjoy it. I love the colours that you've got there, Dan. Can you see what colours you are?
Disco mode, baby.
Man,
yeah, I know,
you
it's,
just look
it's crazy, isn't it?
Man, you look absolutely wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are celebrating National Teletext Day Eve. Teletext Day is tomorrow, and shout out to Rusty Russ, who has been with us tonight in the chat briefly, and he is the person who brought it back to X/Twitter. So please participate in it as much as you can. And I am a member of The Simpsons now. Just messing around with these colours, really.
I'm mad. Like the blue there. Oh, hello.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
Is that, so how are you doing that then? Is that a filter on the Zoomy?
It's a filter on OBS.
I've
got war paint. Oh, look how vaporwave that is.
Oh right, so you're not just on straight Zoom tonight, then you're
I
Zoom,
am on
OBS, and YouTube.
Yes, I'm on Zoom, but we've got OBS running for this.
Oh, I see. Yeah, because you're in the corner there. I get you. It's very good. I like it.
Oh, thank you. It looks like a mess.
I haven't got my broom cupboard anymore. I could put my broom cupboard up, couldn't I?
Oh, you could, yeah.
Let's have a look.
Hey, Marge. So yeah, Teletext Day tomorrow. Glad to see it back. Very, very glad. Yeah, so check out Twitter/X, and no doubt everybody will be posting lots of stuff. Let's see if we can get it featured, trending, something like that. Zodix Guesser says, I can only play a handful of chords and only play when there's nobody else in the house. Is that because you're not allowed? It is noisy. Simply Sarah UK says, I do like the uke playing because I can't handle playing chords. I can barely manage to pick the melody. But it's okay because I don't do it in public.
Oh, That's brilliant.
Russ is here. Hey, Russ.
Hey, Russ.
He says, lovely ukulele playing call. It reminds me to clean my windows tomorrow.
Very good. Yeah,
Russ. Sorry, go on.
No, that's it. Yeah, that's all I was going to say about that.
Rusty says, I think the first Teletext day was 2017, but I swear it was earlier than that because in 2013, when I did the interview with you, we were talking about it. Fanta.
Yes. What do you reckon, Fanta?
I think it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
There we go. Marvellous.
Oh, Peter has posted on Discord a video of him and his uke playing a
brilliant.
song.
He did uke facts as well, which I really liked.
Yes, he
He
did.
did uke facts, and he's done a Japanese series as well, speaking a different type of Japanese and stuff like that. I'm going to choose a different background, but choose it. Yeah. There is a choose video filter as well. What's that all about? Is that different? Is it?
Yeah, you can choose like preset filters, backgrounds and stuff, I think. I'm not sure. But right, so I think we're coming to the end of this show. Before we finish, Rusty, would you like to say anything about National Teletext Day to finish us off?
You've got to declare it open, Rusty.
Yeah, well, in 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then we'll finish off. So, yeah, it's been good tonight. Oh, it's been fun tonight. What have we done? We've ripped into the McDonald's advert. We've looked at the Summer of Teletext stuff, talked some random stuff about pencil martial arts, done Muttley. Yeah, we've done quite a lot, haven't we, considering we were only supposed to be doing a short show. Oh.
That's mad, isn't it? Should I apply that to all future meetings? I don't think so. How'd you get rid of this? How'd you get rid of this?
Oh, it's stuck on you forever now, Carl.
No, you're all right. I've got none here. Don't panic. That's better. That's better. Oh, ooh, hello. Bye-bye. Hello. Right.
You're spinning around. Get out of my face.
Well, face, yes. There you go. Back to normal. Anyway. Rusty. Is Rusty going to come up and have a chat?
Yes, he's typing stuff. He says, well, Teletext Day is officially open, as decreed by Russ.
You'll be seeing you into my pencil.
Oh dear, I regret telling that story now. It's crazy.
Right, it's a crazy... Oh, could have got you then. Yeah.
Rusty says Teletext Day is all about the hashtag, share memories, pics, etc. With the hashtag and celebrate teletext blocks and all. Yeah, we've got the hashtag there up on screen. Please use it. And don't mention pencils.
Don't mention the pencils.
Unless they're teletext pencils.
Yes. Was it pencils? Pencils erasers. Oh, they're big for making big mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's Lee Tit, that video. Yes, very good. Oh, look, he's gone again now. That was the last in the present series of Teletext Sofa Club. Gosh, that's mad. Don't know what he's done there. Has he been taken over by Max Headroom?
I'm just messing around, that's all.
Oh, I see. Yes, very, very good. Oh, hello. That was good. That was very good. Oh, like that. Now you could take a still of that and just digitise that for teletext.
Yes, I think I certainly should.
Absolutely marvellous. Absolutely marvellous.
Absolutely marvellous.
Yes.
It's inverted for some reason.
It's inverted. Is it overted or inverted?
It's overt in its inversion.
Is it Ovid Video?
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
I remember Ovid Video. Very good.
There we go. Hello.
Look outside. Look out, yo-yo. Party going's a no-no. I'll catch that dee 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 doo. He's super sly. Only do 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 do. Oh no, the truth is popping. Come on, let's pop in. More do 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 for video. The reality is all over the show. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Pictures.
Sorry, I was just trying to get this to look nice. Just for the end of the show.
To look nice.
Very good. Well, right, so...
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. There we go. Sorted. And look, I've even got the chair in the background. It makes me look like I'm sitting on it.
Oh, excellent. That's very good.
Yeah, did that. Hi, welcome. I haven't got V-Bert here today. Yeah, it's the this was the background we used at the Teletext Sofa Club.
Is he on sabbatical then, V-Bert?
No, he's only up in the corner. I just can't be off to get him. Oh no, he's up there now because I've moved my room around. So it's yeah, I've got it all sort of like some of the hi-fi gears and all that's behind the computer. So when I'm doing my mixing and stuff like that, it's all there close at hand. So that's all right. But I'm quite impressed with that background actually.
Now the drugs don't work; they just make you worse. But
no, I can see your face again.
So it looks like the music video, doesn't it?
It does. So what did you do for that then? Is that just
OBS.
effects or is that OBS?
Yeah, OBS.
Obvious.
OBS, obviously.
Obvious. Oh, I can actually mess around with this even more now.
Okay, so now this has degenerated into just fooling around.
Pride.
Yeah,
I'll take pride in that.
So National Teletext Day tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this in the future, then this was National Teletext Day Eve.
Yes.
Oh,
keep it blocky.
Coo, coo, coo. Shadow puppets. Excellent.
Keep it blocky.
Yeah, keep it blocky. Keep it black and monochrome as well. There you go. So I'll see you next time.
See you next time. Look, you can't even see my pencil. It's that invisible.
Sayonara. Keep it blocky.
Yeah, sayonara. Keep it blocky. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this stupidness. And happy Teletext Day.
It only got stupid near the end there when I was messing around.
Well, I'm messing around. Get out
of my face.
Right, I shall see you all later. I shall bid you all farewell. I'm going to remove this background while I'm still alive, though, because I don't want my next one to do it all. My background, none. There you go. Right, I'm going to leave. Bye.
Right high, no limits.
Bite high, no limit. Right high, no limit. There's no limit to my bite highs. Until next time, keep it blocky.
Keep it blocky, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you for putting up with us all night. And we'll be back in October. Yes, we don't know what for, but we'll be back. We'll bubble back. And cheers to everybody tonight. Mr. Clown, let's have a look. Gary Ekberg was here very early. Meat Lotion, ZX Guesser, SQU, cheers. Mega Wendy dropped in for a sec. Hopefully he'll be on a future show. Dead Gamer UK, Retro Pixels and Mr. Clown, of course. Who else have we got here? We had Titanic 101, Rusty Russ, the enigmatic Rusty Russ. And I think that's everybody. Oh, Peter Kwan, of course. Sarah Burgess and Tom41, I think, dropped in. Tori Electrica. Thank you, all of you. And thank you, everybody that's watching. And we'll see you next time.